We are good.
All right, we're on?
We're on.
Great. All right, let's see. What we got here?
Cold in here?
No, why?
Wearing your jacket?
I just walked in with my jacket on. Give me a second to take it off. Jesus Christ. All right. Well, good morning. What? Today, I'll count today, 2, 5 more shows, and I'll have to do a show for a week. Wow. At least a week. That's great. With these idiots.
Whoa.
What?
I mean us?
Yes. Well, everyone.
Why?
Just everyone in general.
I think technically it could be 4 if you wanted. I think.
Oh, is that right?
I think.
Well, I think that's going to be 4.
I'll let you know, I guess.
Oh.
Why do you say that?
I think Barstool is closed earlier than I thought. I think it's a couple days before.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see.
Yeah.
Fantastic news. Anyway, good morning. What's going on?
Well, last night, tough news to hear on the radio, obviously.
Yeah, I mean, I obviously knew it.
Right.
I talked to Mutt a couple of days ago for a while. I mean, he wasn't surprised. It's a brutal business, and the business is absolutely fucked. I mean, that's just the way it is. And I think Mike Thomas, that idiot, I think he had Rich Keefe before at 98.5, so I think Rich slashed his salary. So he is doing nights now, and now Mutt's out, and that's kind of how it works.
That's what I was going to ask, is Rich making more than Mutt? Because I was thinking, why not just fire? I would also like that more, but...
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I would love to see Rich Keefe get fired.
I'd
like to see Rich Keefe get mangled.
would,
I mean, I'd like to see Rich Keefe lose body parts, but
yeah.
he's probably the worst. They all suck now, which is beautiful. Now that Lou's gone and Mutt's gone, especially Mutt. Like, Lou, I always got along fine with. Mutt's one of my best friends, and, so now I can just fully root against the station. There's nobody, 4A, whatever, he's okay. But, I mean, if he's taking half a salary to go sit there and sit next to Andy Gresh, he deserves what he gets. Now I hate everyone there, so it's kind of great. Like, I think we'll definitely play him when the New Year starts to ruin Keefe's life at night. Just bury him with phone calls night after night because he'll snap. But yeah, I mean, I feel bad for him. I think he's concerned. He's got a family. His wife's teacher, so I mean, I think they're in pretty good shape. He seems for now, but I mean, I don't know. I just don't know what he's going to do. Like, I don't know professionally what he'll do in a radio business where, he's not, as I said, I think the other day, like, if a job opens in Tacoma or in Tulsa, he's not moving for that.
Right.
Like other radio guys do. So, and even that is starting to go away. Things become more syndicated, sports radios. So I just don't know. I don't know what he does. Maybe he just gets out of the business. I have no idea.
Everyone wants him here.
Yeah.
That's what everyone says.
I'd be surprised for a couple of reasons. I just don't see it as a full-time position. He wants a job.
Right.
And I'd love to have him in once in a while. I'm not particularly looking, like, I don't want this to be a thing where we go back in time. I've said this. Like, people come in once in a while, it's great. Whether it's Jerry once in a while or Mutt would be great. But I've done that. So I don't really, that feels like the old days to me. I didn't like when, like, the Big Show Unfiltered thing where it's like, I just have no interest in that.
The only thing is,
what if it was a job? Like, I'm saying like an actual gambling job at Barstool.
Well, why would Portnoy do that?
I don't know.
No, I mean, it'd be great.
well, for what's happening in Massachusetts, he might need bodies here for stuff
Sure,
like
look,
that.
I'd be the first guy to vouch for him. If that happens, fantastic. I've got
Or
his back.
DraftKings is another, like with
For
Carabas
sure.
or something.
Yeah, for sure. And then look, if Mutt came to me and was like, look, I'll come in here once in a while, but I'll have a horse racing thing and I'll do gambling in Massachusetts, I'll go to Portland no matter what. Whatever Mutt wants me to do, I'll do it.
Right.
I just don't know if and also there's, the way the dynamic of this show is different than the dynamic of the old show in some ways. Whereas,
Is anything I'm doing really that different than Mutt? That's pretty much what I'm here for.
yeah, but Mutt's not as sensitive. But
Right.
But like Jerry and even Ken and Chris, like Dave is not like, they're not gonna have 5 guys piling on Mutt and having that's just not. It's a different dynamic. It's just different human beings. Mutt's older. It's just a different. I just don't think it would work the same.
The only thing is, I was just going to say,
And I would love to have him in. Whenever he wants to come in, that seat is, whenever he wants it, the seat is open. He's the great. I think as I tweeted last night, he's one of my best friends legitimately. He's the first guy I ever did a radio show with ever in 2009. Ever. I didn't know anything. I walked in. I've said this story. It was me and Mutt on the weekend. Joe Zarbano was producing. I didn't know what the cough button was. I didn't know anything. Well, I went to Papagino's after Mutt. Now, I didn't know him. Rob was out. I was filling in for Rob that day. We had lunch. He was great. We stayed in touch after that. 2010, we started doing a bunch of shows on the weekends for like about a year until he got the job in the middays. He was great. He taught me, like he didn't teach me what you're hearing now from a talent perspective. Mutt didn't have that. But
I mean, he's not talented.
Right. But he taught me how to but he was also a guy I could just talk to. He could talk about the business. We could talk about this. If I had the question, he'd answer it. He's just the greatest guy. Like he's legitimately, and I saw Jerry tweet this last night, one of the nicest guys, you know that, Mike, you'll ever meet in your life ever. It sucks that he's gone. Now, it's a reality of the business, but I hate it. I hate that assholes like Greg Hill and Chris Curtis and Andy Gresh and Rich Keefe have a job. Megan Ottolini has a job and Mutt doesn't. It makes no sense. I mean, I know. I was on a show with Mutt where we use him really well. He can be used correctly, but they never let him do that. So now he's out, and Rich Keefe will be at night, and it'll be terrible. Of course, it's gonna be terrible. He's terrible.
Right.
What were you gonna say, Dave?
Don't you think Mutt would be different than some of those other people, like, well, really just Jerry, or if we had Dino in, he'd be different because he keeps up with the show.
Oh, for sure.
That
was my point.
But that doesn't mean. But like, am I supposed to give him a job? Like, I don't. I saw a lot of that last night. Am I supposed to?
Oh no, I'm not saying
like
that would be.
And I said to him the other day, like, I was like, if you want to figure something out? But I also don't know if he really wants to do that either. Like, I think he kind of maybe wants to do something else. But I mean, look.
I wasn't saying you hire him. I was saying Barstool in general. If he can figure out a job for himself.
But you can't. But I mean, can't imagine they have a job. Barstool doesn't involve the show somehow. That just seems unlikely to me.
Oh no. He can come in here, but I'm not saying this was the full-time job.
Yeah.
I'm saying he comes in here and also does horse racing shit or whatever. Like he would have to come up with what that would be.
Yeah.
But
I
would imagine there's something.
He would have been perfect for that fucking Brian Barrett show. He would have been perfect for that.
There
I
you
mean,
go.
the Ringer show they watched.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Important night to start ripping off Bill Simmons.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I mean, sure. I know. Yeah, he would have been good. Better than this guy is, I'm sure. For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, and maybe he'll try that. Maybe he'll try and do something on his own. I don't know. I think he has good relationships with like gambling guys, so maybe he'll. You can make a living like that. Whatever. If he says to me, "Hey, I want a job," I would be happy to try and make it happen. I just think it's, be difficult. I don't know. I haven't thought about it much. I saw a bunch of tweets about it last night. I love the guy. Whatever he wants me to do, I'll do for him. He's the greatest guy. Like I said, he's my favorite time ever in radio. Not here, but in radio was when Mutt was on the old shows. My favorite. It was the most fun I ever had in radio.
Right.
So, I love the guy. I feel awful for him. You work at a place like that long enough. Now, he had a long run. I mean, he was there full time for 11 years.
That is because that it happened with Mutt and Maloney getting fired this week.
Yeah.
It is kind of amazing that, like, if you step out and you don't know either of them, to say they had a show that failed 10 years ago and they're still at the company, like, that's pretty good.
Yeah, they had a long run.
Yeah.
For sure. So,
And he's like a true radio guy, too.
Yeah.
Like, he loves radio.
He does, yeah. Yeah, and so do I. So, I mean, we like that part of it. I just don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I felt bad. I think he's going to address it. I think his last day is a week from tomorrow. So he's going to have sort of a full goodbye show thing. So
I thought he actually sounded pretty confident in what was next. I'm not saying he necessarily knows, but maybe talk to him. But
maybe something I don't know. But it didn't. Maybe something has come up where I know like I said, there was a good relationship with a bunch of people in the gambling world. So I think he'll land on his feet.
Yeah,
this is I think probably a weird way the best thing for him. A year ago, I don't remember if we talked about it on the show or not. But his contract was basically year by year. And a year ago, I was trying to push him to talk to Carabas about having Mutt, like, basically, essentially host that.
I think
podcast.
that came up.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Just host it.
Yeah.
You love gambling. You love baseball. Like, that seemed like a perfect fit. And he was still sort of in the EEI, like he's a radio guy thing. I
don't know what the difference is. Like, I wanted to get into radio, and then at a certain point, I was like, oh, well, there's no point in getting into radio because the type of radio I'd want to do doesn't exist.
Right.
So
he had the job. I mean, that was, I think.
I understand, but now he doesn't. So, like, that's what I'm saying is, what's the point? You're going to do a radio at a local station in New Hampshire?
I think I don't think he wants to do that. No. I think he knows. I mean, I would say probably his radio days are over, I would think. In a good way. I don't even mean, like he could go try and, like, fill in at 98.5 on the weekends probably if he wanted to, but I don't think he wants to do that. I really hope he doesn't do that.
Yeah.
That would be really
and that's what I think about Jerry, too, where it's like, obviously, Jerry wants to get back into radio for some reason. It's just like, make whatever you like about radio fit the podcast. And get rid of the parts you hate about radio.
Yeah, but I think
that's
those
the
guys,
nice thing.
I think Jerry just likes radio better.
Yeah.
Just likes it better. I think he just likes it.
Jerry just wants to keep working. Like, I think he would take any opportunity, like whether it's a podcast company or a radio.
I talked to him the other day. It's like they never reach out to me for filling stuff anywhere or anything. And I'm like, well, what are you like? What are you gonna fill? You gonna fill in for like
Howie
Adam Jones at night or something? Yeah, right. Like, I don't know how that works. I don't know. But yeah, I was not surprised and. It's just weird the way radio's weird, but like Lou says goodbye and Fourier doesn't mention he's leaving, and Rich Keefe's been on his show and he hasn't said that he's taking, and now Mutt's pretending like he doesn't know that Rich Keefe's taking over. It's just all pretend.
That's all very weird.
I'm sure Mutt signed something that he's got to probably some severance where he just can't say stuff, I guess.
Yeah. What was he alluding to with the Twitter handle? Just that he's trying to have talks with other
I don't know.
properties.
I told him that years ago. Like my name I never had EI in my name ever.
But you also were probably like, well, change your fucking name.
Yeah,
Change it to Mutt.
Yeah, I don't know the problem with that.
Yeah.
Is that like it's not a legal thing, right?
That's I don't know. I was asking Mike. I have no
I
idea.
mean,
what he
it
meant
wasn't
by
like Ordway and those guys. It was all John Dennis's was John Dennis WEEI.
A lot of people put it on their resume now, like their social channels. So I wondered if he he just thinks it's weird to put Mutt WEEI on.
Everyone at Barstool is Stool whoever or Barstool whoever.
Yeah.
Like, I'd imagine if Dan Katz left tomorrow, he could keep his Twitter account, right?
I would think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I never saw the sense in attaching the station to it.
Right.
I just didn't. I don't know.
Well, I know Portnoy would ask people to do that for like branding purposes.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah. So I don't know if EEI would ever say like, "Hey, we want you to do this."
Never said it to me. I mean, I was there.
That's normal. What happens? Like that's happening every day. ESPN people have ESPN in their name and then take it off. That's nothing.
Is that right? Yeah, I don't know.
That's nothing.
Like I think Feidelberg changed it for that reason because they asked him to or something. Like, to fight.
I don't even know what it is. Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't even know. Yeah, I wouldn't. I don't know. Yeah, no one ever asked me. I remember that was a big deal when Glenn left for some reason. They were talking about that, and I didn't get that in either. I was like, why doesn't he just change his name?
Right. Yeah. What's a big
He owns a Twitter account, right?
Yeah.
I think the argument back then was like, well, without EEI, he wouldn't have. Well, I'm like, well, so what? Like, what are you gonna do with Glenn's? Give it to someone else?
That would be the case if EEI wasn't in his name.
Right, but I mean,
you know what I mean?
Like you're gonna take away like somebody else can be Glenn Ordway. Although they did it with our old show. I think Mutt's show at night has our old Twitter account.
Correct. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Which he's gonna miss that one because that's I'm guessing. I'm guessing Mutt's gambling podcast with whatever his buddy is not gonna have Well, I mean, it was once 60,000. Now it's 40,000. But that's I'm sure just bots. But yeah, it stinks. I always hate when guys and like legitimately. Mike, you've dealt with him enough. Like he's just like a really good guy.
First guy that ever brought me into radio too. Another feather in his
right?
cap. Oh,
wow.
yeah.
Jeez. You should have one of those quote tweets like we did, like Jerry and I.
I did.
You did you really?
Yeah.
Oh, God, I hate it.
I waited till I was like, I thought I shouldn't.
I don't think you've earned that.
That's what I said at first, and then I was like, well, he was nice to me, so it's weird not to say anything.
I think you're right. I think you're right in the cusp there.
Yeah.
Did you You didn't do like I wouldn't have my radio career without him, did you? Or?
No, I said he's the first guy that ever let me in the door, and the nicest guy, one of the few people there that was nice to the little guys, basically.
That's more a tweet about you than him.
Nice job, Mike.
How do you figure?
Yeah, because you're just doing that, so people be like, you know what I'm saying, Dave?
Well, he did groom me. He saw me in my denim brown jersey at Barstool. He brought me in.
He groomed you for sure. I don't doubt that.
He brought me in.
Those are always tough tweets. You can always criticize those, right?
I'll retweet it. Why not?
You don't have to.
Not too late. I did.
Like even Jerry throwing in that kind of, what did he say? Like,
I thought Jerry's was worse because he's lying.
Let me see. I retweeted Jerry's. It took Jerry a while to tweet something. I was kind of surprised. He was too busy tweeting about these fucking people who Jerry's obsessed with. These guys who dress up and dance around. It's like, Jerry, okay, we got it. You retweeted Lisa Scherber from Jimmy Fund, who I actually hate now. Let me see.
Why?
She did not have my back during all that stuff.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't think she even really cares about those kids.
Oh,
what?
come on.
I'll just tell you what she told me privately before. I saw her one time kick one of those kids right in the balls.
I don't know about that.
Yeah.
Well, it is a job still, and you get accustomed to it.
I never heard the phrase.
A job's a job.
Let me just say this, and I'm dead serious. I never heard the phrase "cancer schmancer" until I spoke to her once. Yeah,
that is.
Well, yeah. What? Yeah.
What would she have done to offend you?
Look at that as a
What could
positive.
she have done?
I sound like Jerry. If I wasn't petty, would that be me, Mike?
I suppose not. That's
if I wasn't petty, I'd be some sporto guy, hoping now 3 months from now I'll be doing a fucking gambling podcast with Andy Endelman or Mike
fair.
Endelman.
That's fair.
Poor Mother be to drive a movie theater trying to sell tickets.
Well, is he a Quincy fan?
I
might have a spot for him.
As I said to him, he can't even work at Amazon. He can't even work at Uber. The poor guy is fucked. Here it is. They finally did it. EEI kicked the best guy in the building out the door. The Mutt Man was a damn good. Oh, I think he the best guy, guy.
Yeah, but then he says, keep going.
The Mutt Man was a damn good host, but never a great fit in a business rife with cutthroats and crazy people.
He thought he sucked.
Oh,
Jerry hated working
too
with him.
nice for the business. I think.
No, when he says the best guy, he's saying
he says a great host. He's lying.
No, he always said he was like a good radio host.
Oh, okay.
Like
all right.
No, Jerry took. I got to defend. He chose the words very carefully there.
Okay.
The word talent is not in there. But I disagree. And Jerry, never understood this. Mutt was great on our old show.
Yes,
like fucking
best.
Great.
Him and Tangway would be close
and I
for
put
me.
Mutt
But
ahead because Mutt brought it every single time. He was
Yeah.
obsessed with the show and was invested in the show.
Yeah.
And when it was just me and Mutt, once we got rolling on Kirk and Callahan, fucking great. Like I loved work with Mutt. Loved work with him. If he wants to come here once a week and plug Mutt's Patreon account, he can do it. We'll raise
all
that.
right.
We'll raise that. No, I would love it. I would love it. Sure.
Maybe I'll give him the idea I gave Rico. Why not?
What do you mean?
That brilliant idea.
Well, I don't even know what you're talking
20-minute
Short
sports
form.
podcasts.
Oh, yeah. Well, Rico-
Hey,
Rico
Patriots won.
Rico probably be doing that for Barstool next week.
I don't know what you mean. You think it would be ridiculous if Mutt came back to EEI next week? Wouldn't that be embarrassing for
That
someone?
would actually be embarrassing. The question I asked Mutt was, will he cry next Thursday? I don't think so. Because he's not particularly human. So I don't think he'll cry.
No. Well, he's been there for a long time.
He sounds like in the last couple of years he's kind of become numb to that stuff.
Yeah, I think once he and Jerry were done, which you forget that show even existed. Once he went to nights, I think he just kind of was like, all right, let's
Cash and checks.
every 2 weeks get the check. But anyway, any other Mutt thoughts, Dave?
I don't think so.
No?
He didn't. I could play audio, but it says all the basic stuff. The only thing I was wondering about was he did seem optimistic about the future, so I just figured he had already had conversations with the game.
Maybe yes. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, I think he was pretty not confident, but certainly like hopeful that was going to happen, which would be great. I mean, that's what he cares about. He was kind of ahead of the curve on that one.
Let's not forget, the stock is what currently? The last time I looked, it was 27 cents.
I saw 25 yesterday. Jerry sent me a text on that. So yeah, that's the other thing. I mean, it's just a matter of time till they're all gone.
Yeah. I mean, Karson Kennedy can't even hire a weather person anymore. For
What?
Christ's sake,
They can't?
Let's not talk about it. It's very hurtful. It's a painful experience.
What are you
for him.
talking about?
they did this whole
I
thing.
feel like Greg Hill now. What? I actually don't know, but yeah.
So they did this whole thing about auditioning new talent for like the weather person or the traffic person.
Someone left in June, and they've had 6 months to replace.
Yeah, they've been auditioning, and they finally picked, and they went to probably Mark Han's office, and he was like, "Nope, we can't hire that person. The budget's cut." And you would think that their significant other passed away. They're so emotional.
It's a wild
A
reaction.
couple of douchers. Jeez.
You said it.
Let's hear it.
And then, to be honest with you, when it was all said and done, we were kind of at an impasse.
I mean, it was the hardest decision I think I've ever made, and I mean,
What? Is this the fucking asshole who called me a doucher?
Yeah.
Yes,
God, I hate this fucking. I won't use that.
And then we finally made the decision as to who it was going to be that would be joining the show. And then we called our boss out, and he was like, "Great, that's awesome. Let's call the other boss because again, we have to
So it
do
seems
all
to
of
Let me
me-
dump this off on someone else.
So it seems to me the blame would be the program director of that station,
Seems like it. Yeah.
who didn't check with Hannon or whomever first to say, "Can we do this?"
Right.
That is not like. I mean, I have no use for Mark Hannon. No bigger pussy exists on earth. But like he has been told, and he's a good boy. Like he's not getting his pay cut. He'll sit there, David will shove his cock down Hannon's throat and tell him the situation, and Hannon will be like, "Okay." I mean, that's what happened.
Right. And also, if they're cutting budgets, they're probably not bringing in useless people to do the weather on a music
Why don't you
station.
just cut one of them? Like I don't even understand. Go ahead.
Oh, yeah.
well, we work for a big corporation, like many of you do, and corporations have budgets. And
Why have
at
the
end of
I don't
year-
Why
understand.
does it sound like a fucking funeral too? Like what is going? Like I'm all for having the conversation out loud on the air. That's good. Like that's good. That's good content.
Not the way they're doing it.
No, but you know what I'm saying. Like
Yeah.
don't hide it. Talk about it. But like they sound so upset. Like what?
Well, that's the thing. They are hiding. They're lying. They're like, oh, well, what they're really saying behind the scenes is like, what the fuck? You had us do this for 6 months. You had us bring these people in, audition them, and then at the last minute you say we can't hire them? That's the conversation they're having.
Two out of the
all
three
work
people.
at corporations?
But I also say to them like, how fucking stupid are you? We're laying off people left and right. You could have somebody come in for traffic.
Whatever it is. Yeah, they're third
Weather?
person.
Like,
Yeah.
what? You can handle that, or your dumb producer can do it. I've been in that producer's booth. There's a microphone in there. They can do it.
Yes.
Go ahead.
and that was a big bummer. It was a gut punch, to be sure, but
It was a hard day.
Holy fuck!
there's nothing that we can do about it. It's nothing that anyone did or said. It's just the finance. It is what it is.
We lost a lot of good men out there.
Jeez.
So that's that.
Yeah,
It's just incredibly
Too bad
difficult.
Rich Shirtley
after-
isn't on this show. They'd be all set.
Speaking,
Did you say it was incredibly difficult?
They just had to lay off a producer who was probably making no money on the biggest morning show in the market.
In America. A
Yeah, in
great local
America.
show in America. Yeah. Well, I mean, they brought him back, though.
But here's the thing: they're not laying anyone off.
No, nobody's ever.
The 3 people that didn't have a job
Right.
yesterday
Now-
still don't.
Now, I get that it sucks that, like, it sounds like they offered somebody a job and then they had to pull it back. I get that stinks. Like, that kind of sucks.
No, they had to they had to make a call to the 3 people. And when the 3 people saw that who was calling, they probably thought they got the job. But instead they had to inform them that there
Are they
was
on
no
right
job.
now?
I would think so. Yeah.
Let's call them up. Let's see. I'm interested. I'll do the job. Let's see. Let's see. I'm willing to take a pay or have Mutt do it.
There you go.
Karson Kennedy and Mutt. Did they take calls on the show? I don't even know.
No, they have like segment, like you can call it and to do trivia and shit like that.
Well, let's see. I don't know. It was a tough day.
It gets worse. They talk about
can't get
how
worse.
hard it was.
Can't get worse. Did this woman get sick a few years ago?
Yes,
Sick.
No?
she did. Yeah, she had something going on.
Okay.
Too bad it wasn't worse.
No, that's not true. But she has good perspective, I will say, after getting ill like that, to really understand what matters in life.
Can't beat her.
By the way, she got me fired.
True. Good. God bless her for
Forgot
that.
about that. That wasn't a tough day for her.
No, it was a good day.
It was a great day.
I know that booth well. Colleen handed me an Alan Dershowitz email in that booth.
That's true.
You did 2 interviews with Alan Dershowitz in that booth.
You know, shit.
I only heard one.
Boy, Dershowitz was, man. He was protesting his innocence. I will say that.
Asshole.
Good guy.
Fucking dick.
They fire the phone screen.
Take it easy. Oh, we're going to ring till somebody answers. I don't think anyone's answering, Dave. All right, well, there you go.
Yeah.
When we contacted Karson Kennedy's producers, they had no response.
So you guys should do is just call people on the case. And
I would do
have
that. Stretch the time
Dial
out.
tone.
Yeah. Go ahead, let me hear some more.
There were tears, mostly mine. It was,
Hold
I
on,
think,
hold
one
on,
of the
hold on. I know it's 2023 or whatever. Are you a fucking man? What are you talking about?
He was weeping.
What are you fucking talking about?
I'm so sorry.
Brandis and the Godfather. Act like a man. Jesus
the matter with
Christ. God.
So that's that.
Yeah, it
It's
was
just incredibly difficult after all the work that went into
Who
it.
is this
and how much we
asshole?
talked-
That's producer Dan, I think.
Do you know him or something?
No, I don't. I have no idea.
Fucking moron.
He's probably going to be doing the weather tomorrow.
Jesus.
talked about it. Just have. I mean, the budget got pulled. There's nothing that you could do.
Nope.
And it
She's
must
crying.
have been. I wasn't on the call, but it must have been incredibly hard to talk to them.
Yeah, so I called them all.
Yeah, it was. It was really not the people that didn't get a job, but it was really hard for us.
Yeah, no kidding. God, these people are assholes.
Mostly us is who you should feel sympathy for.
Jesus. Go ahead.
There were tears, mostly mine. It was, I think, one of the hardest things I've ever had to do. I've hired and fired a lot of people over the years. I was a program director
Hold
in
on
my
a second.
previous life.
I think Dave pointed this out earlier. He's fired people.
Yeah, but this one's different.
These people didn't have a job.
This one's different, though. This one was going to be the difference. For them.
Those other people had families and they
Yeah.
maybe had mortgages or
Hey, the
rent.
kids aren't eating this week, as opposed to like you also didn't get hired.
Very strange.
They would have given the news to 2 of the people anyways.
Yeah, it's very strange.
Yeah, a lot of you guys are texting and like saying we're dumb or whatever. Like this.
Nobody
Hold
asked.
on. Hold on. You're dumb.
That very brutal Mix 104
Text line. Oh, it's popping. She's the perfect person to be rattled by a text line. A lot of people are texting right now and saying, you're dumb. And I'm going to guess the other guy comes in and is like, we don't care what you think, right? What does he say?
Earlier in the no, we had it early in the process.
It was, and it just happened. This happens at the end of financial year, fiscal year.
They did a report at the end of the year
It's
and
not the end of the
decided we
fiscal
no
year, it's the
longer
end of the
had
year.
the money for it.
Please don't be angry. Please
Yeah.
don't be upset.
Oh, I'm
It's
angry.
nothing
I
that
want
could
this
have
fucking
been-
weather. This is bullshit. How the fuck am I going to get the weather? How am I going to get the traffic? I'm fucking mad. I'm going to go outside. I'm going to go outside this morning, right? Fuck do I know it's cold?
Hey, bitch.
If I'm taking, yeah. What the fuck, cunt?
Do I
I'm going
wear a
down-
coat
Yeah.
today or not?
What the fuck? What the fuck, Karson? Who's the guy?
Kennedy.
Kennedy's the guy?
Yeah.
No.
Producer Dan.
Oh, no,
you-
Kennedy. I'm
Kennedy's
sorry.
the girl.
Carson is the guy.
Producer Dan, you crying cunt bag. Like, what the hell?
Kennedy, I'm already in my car, but should I run back in and grab a jacket?
It's a hard day.
It's 7:30 in the morning. I'm having a 93 in Boston. Seem clear today or not? Is there an accident somewhere?
Is there an accident?
Producer Cunt. That is Dan's name, I've decided from now on. Jesus Christ.
So please don't be upset, guys, and please don't be mean.
Don't be upset.
I'm going to be upset and mean because something horrible happened. You're saying it's terrible and you're right.
Karson, if you think you're crying, I'm crying that you didn't hire this producer.
Like, say what you want about 9/11. It was bad, but like this is worse. Like, not even a question. Because at least, like America united after that, at least for a bit.
No,
and this is so
gonna-
divisive. This is going to end. Muck got out in time because this is bad. This is
Because we're their biggest fans, and we only want success for them.
Why don't you pay for their salaries?
From the 774 UG. That sucks. Hugs, guys. Hang in there. Thank you. Yeah. I mean,
Hang in there.
it's
Can we call again? I just want to offer hugs to them.
Guys, hang in there.
Is that so? Well, I mean,
Keep
look,
your chin up.
they're not hiring somebody, Mike. You have to hug them at this point. Will Dan answer or no?
No.
Do you think Karson just stands in the office with his arms out? Like anyone?
Yeah, I would think.
I could use one.
No, Curtis does.
She's probably doing one of her parody songs right now.
Yeah.
Oh, lots of laughs.
Yes. Well, you gotta,
No, not this situation. You don't. You stay on this one.
like Jerry Lewis did for the Holocaust. You have to put on that clown makeup and make them laugh.
All going.
This is bad. What do they got right now on the air? What are they doing?
I'm guessing playing music would be my
No way. I
assumption.
think they're still talking about this. They have to be.
I bet they did not address it today.
It's tough the day after.
Yeah.
This is actually one of the worst things I've. I one of the worst moments of my life. We have to find these people. Who were they? They must have done some tests on the air with them.
You mean
before.
Alexis?
Who?
Alexis?
Let me hear Alexis.
We have Alexis in. Good morning, Alexis.
Good morning.
Hold on. What is everyone? What's everyone laughing at? Why am I always the last one to
Oh,
find?
that's good.
I'd love to laugh like that. Why can't Mike? When I say good morning to Mike, it's just like a fucking lump of oatmeal.
You don't say it funny like that.
That's true. Let me hear it
This morning
again.
we have Alexis in. Good morning, Alexis.
Good morning.
Which one is the woman who hates me?
Oh,
who called me a doucher? Who's that?
Karson. I'm Kennedy. I
Kennedy.
keep doing that. Sorry.
She is loving this.
Yes.
Jeez, huge laugh. Whoa, Jesus Christ.
So Alexis was an intern with us back in 2019 when you were at Curry College.
Oh, I get it. They know Alexis.
History,
they were
relation.
giving her the
yeah,
job.
it was inside. That's who got the job?
So they should have told the other two. I bet. I don't know. They didn't announce who would have gotten the job, but they knew her. Mm-hmm. Clearly.
Mike, good morning.
Come on. Working it a little bit.
Morning.
No, I know, that's you. You're the Alexis.
Oh, okay.
I'm the
all
host.
right. I'll audition now. I'm sorry.
Too late. Go ahead. Fired. Easiest day of my life.
Happy to be here.
So Alexis
Jesus
was an
Christ.
intern with us back in 2019 when you were at Curry College, which is kind of funny because our intern Samantha, who we haven't even really introduced on the air yet, she was maybe a freshman or a sophomore when you were a senior, right?
Yeah.
It's really not
yeah,
that.
she was
That's not that funny, but it's funny.
Yeah. And this week she dodged a bullet, Alexis, who just head for the hills. Jesus.
All right,
life-
so we have Deby in hanging out with us this morning. If you missed the news, Andy left the show back at the end of June, so we're in the process of interviews and auditions, and we met Deby a couple of
Why
weeks
is radio?
ago.
Why is it so weird? Why?
What's weird about this?
Just everything is so fucking weird.
You have
Like
to understand.
even like Lou announced the other day he's leaving. He's pretending like he's happy he's leaving. He clearly isn't. And Forey's sitting there and is like, "Yeah, I'm gonna miss you on the show," and he's going to a different show.
Right.
Like, why not just be like, "Yeah, I'm leaving too"? I don't understand any of it.
It's one big happy family there.
Megan
So it's not
Onalini
really
is like,
that
the whole
big.
thing is strange. But I'm sorry. Was this Debbie?
This is Debbie.
Debbie.
And we're going to learn kind of about Debbie's life a little bit later on in the show.
Oh, what a tease.
What Debbie does for real work and then her side hustle.
Real
She's got
work.
a lot going on. There's somebody in her life
Menstruating
who
cycle.
lives in a different stratosphere.
She had an
Apparently, there's all
abortion.
these
We're
wonderful
gonna find it
things.
all out.
But
The
when I
whole
was
thing.
talking to Debbie last night on the phone, Kennedy, she shared a story with me. Now, you born and raised in Cambridge, is that right?
I was
Hold
raised
on.
in Cambridge.
We're already off to it. Just in case a lot of people, Mike doesn't believe this. A lot of people are not from Massachusetts who listen to this program.
So you say.
They're in Boston. I have to tell you, if you're going into Boston, you go to Curry College, you were born and raised in Cambridge, this story is crazy already.
It's a wild run.
I mean, Cambridge to the studio where they are is at least 2 miles, I would think. Maybe 3. It depends on where you are.
Yeah.
This
You have to take
is-
a bus, possibly.
It's possible. 1 out of 10, Dave, you've heard it. How wild is this story?
Wild.
Ooh, all right, I'm in.
Cambridge.
Okay.
I was born in outside of LA, which
Oh,
is
okay.
why I like hot things and being loud. But
Okay. And so how
I
old
like
were you
cold
when you-
things because I'm from here.
Does
Imagine
Kenny
being
do
that
anything
simple.
else? She likes hot things. Like hot things?
I like cold things. We're so different. We come from
Carson
different
take out
parts
a
of the world.
blowtorch and just like, you know. I understand.
Today, we're going to have Deby try ice.
I don't really get it.
Part of our wacky stunts.
Debbie, okay, I'm just calling you right now. It's 42 degrees outside. Walk out there and tell us everything that you're feeling. Just walk us through the process.
Yeah, we're going to have Deby. We'll go outside without a jacket this morning. And
You should try, like, what I'm trying to think. So she likes things hot.
That's right.
Okay, yeah. Okay, I'm just trying
as
to.
every Los Angeles native does.
Yes. Oh, my God. Go ahead.
moved to
I
Cambridge?
was 2 years old.
All right.
I feel like I was born here. I grew up here. I feel like I know everyone.
I didn't know people.
Why do you like hot things?
Let me get this straight. She moved when she was 2?
It was just born in her. What a torturous childhood. Every snowfall.
She never went outside. She lived in the bubble. I don't even get it. Who
Ma,
likes,
what is this stuff?
who likes hot? Like,
I'm an LA gal.
they like are her clothes like really like heated up?
She just wears a bikini every day.
There is nothing better than putting on like a sweatshirt after it just got out of the dryer, though.
Where are you from? Fucking Phoenix? Hot things like that to be warm? Oh, classic Cullinane. Jesus.
This girl just turns on the toaster oven and leaves her hand there.
Call him DVC, Death Valley Colony. Loves that warm weather. Jesus. She likes chewing gum, but she likes the gum incredibly hot. It's quite a. They put it in the oven and they throw it in her mouth.
You would have the same line of questioning if it was like, hey, this is our new employee, Deby. She comes from the planet Jupiter. And Deby, tell us a little about yourself.
Well, I lived there until I was like 6 months old. I moved back to Earth now, but I really like everything Jupiter.
She's from this country.
She lived until she was 2. Maybe we're over analyzing this. Who knows? But go ahead.
What language do they speak in LA?
Why'd your parents leave LA where they're just like, I want to be cold all the time?
They like to see.
Why is everything
Is that producer cunt? Dan himself?
everything
What a
is
cunt.
temperature based?
Why'd they move? I also have to say I've lived here essentially my whole life. I've lived in California too, by the way. I still don't mind cold and hot things. I don't know. Although even now, like if I'm out with Harry or Kate or whatever, when we go to the ice cream place, I'm like, can you throw that in the microwave for me? I want that ice cream about 200, 250 degrees. Is that possible? Thank you.
I went to Dunkin' Donuts once and ordered a coffee, and they gave me a hot coffee. I threw it
Throw
in the
right in
guy's
their face.
face.
You have to do that.
Like, obviously, I mean, cold. What is this?
Oh my God. When you're in California, you go to Dunkin' Donuts, they're just open there. The coffee is 800-900 degrees. It's the way it is. Well, you've had hot coffee before here served to you?
I've traveled.
In Massachusetts?
No, I had to go to
okay.
Vegas. That's what I went to Vegas for, to try coffee.
Be like, yeah, I was in Mississippi for a week last year. Like I'm like, you know, a Southern accent. But anyway, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Reasons, and my mother, she immigrated from Mexico, and she just really loved the
she was gonna say
academia
LA.
and the hospitals. Very good medical care here.
Yeah.
Raising your only child, you want her to be safe and protected. And she also loved the schools and like Harvard, MIT, BU.
Is this the
all of
crazy
these-
story?
This is the crazy story.
What? What the fuck is the story?
She loved this. Imagine the amount of logos she'd have on her shirt.
She moved when she was 2 years old? That's the story? From California to Massachusetts?
Yeah. Imagine that journey. Well, by foot.
Well, I would think that she'd be thrilled not to get this job. It's so fucking cold here. She can go back. Right? No? Am I wrong?
Is Deby in? Why is the heat on in here?
Debbie, I've got bad news, but here's the good news. It's hot off the presses.
Thank God.
Well, I feel better now.
Deby, you're going to want to put your sweater on for this news.
Let me hear some more from Debbie. By the way, I think so far I would put Alexis ahead of Debbie.
Because of the fun Good Morning?
Yeah, I think she's a little more. Yeah. She's
Well, remember, we still have to get to Iona.
Well, I'm not done yet. No. Believe me, we're not done yet. All three of them will be doing a Friday show. We have fucking somebody here tomorrow I've never spoken to, so why not? Go ahead.
Matt
like
Damon.
Top schools around just really pulled her in, and so she came, and then.
And so tell Kennedy the crazy story about.
Like, we're not done yet. Do they? Like, I'm always interested in this. Like, when a segment's not working, they just don't give a fuck, right? Like, they're just getting to 720 and 740.
No, this is
I think to them, this is human
working.
interest.
Yeah.
But they think it's good. Like they think like the audience is responding to this. People in their cars.
Well, I imagine they're getting a lot of texts.
Look what it's doing to this office right here.
It's true. I suppose. Yeah. I suppose.
How many people you know? The story you told me.
Yeah. So I have to say that I'm a very extroverted person.
I did not notice.
You probably have. Okay.
She's crazy.
And I meet a lot of people, and a lot of people get upset at me. They get sort of mad, especially my friends, like, because whenever we go somewhere, I always meet someone. Like,
Yeah.
yeah. So like,
Small talk.
she
is
Can I
like-
just say Kennedy fucking sucks? Jesus, is she awful?
Why? That's a woman's job in radio, to make noises and agree.
It's just so like subservient. Yeah. What are you? Yeah, why can't you do more of that?
Some would say I do.
Oh, sure. What was that sound you made all the time? You've worked on that, I think.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah. These fucking people. The show used to just be reacting to radio. Some people just do that again. It's just more fun.
Why not?
It's way easier.
Yeah, you need a break from it, but you can always bring it back.
It's true. A lot of people say, Mike, that I'm an introvert. What are you laughing at? People say it to me.
I know where this is going.
That's all I'm saying. I'm done. I love that Kennedy Sandwich is like, like she solved the case.
because whenever we go somewhere, I always meet someone. Like,
Yeah.
Why does she sound like annoyed by it? Like, she's almost like, yeah, that can happen.
You have to say,
Yeah.
the
So
woman
when
in radio.
what was that, Kennedy?
Yeah.
So when she goes somewhere, she meets a person. That's it's fucking crazy. That'd be great if that was her story. Right.
So, anyways, this girl's getting a train run on her, and you're familiar with bukkake, Kennedy.
Let me hear more from Debbie.
I'm just like, can we just please eat lunch? Shh. I don't want to meet the people sitting next to us. I'm fine.
and I can't go anywhere without sort of meeting someone. I meet people on the trains and stuff. And I love being in Cambridge, back in Cambridge.
On the train.
I meet people on the train.
Story for another
plane,
day.
bus.
Go on.
On the
Sorry.
train.
Why is that a
So
story
I-
for another day? What's the story?
Build the suspense.
Yeah, that's true, I guess, yeah.
I used to take the train to work every day, and there were people there. So it's not a crazy place to meet someone.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Human beings ride the train. Thank you, folks.
Is it doubting or is she helping them along? It seems like there's a bit of doubt in Kennedy's
It's just
voice.
feeling like you're present. It's
Do you think she's
showing the
even there,
listener
or do
that
you think
she's
it's just
there.
you think producer cunt is just hitting a button?
Yeah, it's a recording.
Go ahead.
Back to Cambridge, and I guess to say sort of like how I know people. So like I was walking around in a place in Cambridge that was not so great back in the day, but now I can't afford to live there. And so
Oh my good God.
Like it's one of the, I say this about Robin all the time. It's just like the pause in the air. You feel like you have to laugh. Like it doesn't matter. If like she was trying to make a bit of a joke there, but even if she wasn't, she was going to laugh there.
But I think Robin was good at it. And
No, Robin was very good at it.
Knew when to let, and then every program director for the next 30 years said that's what a woman does in radio. Make noises, laugh at the jokes, pretend to be offended. That's what they're supposed to do.
I guess. I mean, yeah, I don't know, but go ahead.
And so I was walking around and I was visiting my friend, and then all of a sudden I feel someone pull my pink drawstring backpack. And I'm like, feel that tug, and they pull, and I tug back. And so I'm not letting go. It's probably dumb in hindsight, but I'm not letting go. And so they pull out a wiffle ball bat. Because I'm younger, but like it's a wiffle ball bat, so I'm like willing to stay, and they keep whacking me, but I sort of recognize their swag and their
Hold on.
sway.
I demand someone on Twitter today, like in the old cursive way, like the old Dale Arnold. I want this story tweeted out to me, please. This story is, I have to say, totally believable so far. I will.
I don't
also say.
understand. She's not turning around. Someone's behind her, pulling on the bag.
Why does she know it's a wiffle ball bat?
I don't know.
Do you understand what she's saying, Dave?
She recognizes their swag.
I believe.
What's her story?
I believe everything Debbie's saying.
Sure, but what's the
I
story?
don't get it.
Getting the shit kicked out of her by somebody with a wiffle ball bat.
Wasn't that didn't it happen on South Park once? Didn't Cartman do that? Like he was going to beat him up with a real bat?
Maybe
but he
that's
was using a
what's
wiffle ball
so
bat?
funny. That's what we're going to find out. Is it was Eric Cartman.
That'd be good. Go ahead.
Keep whacking me, but I sort of recognize their swag and their sway. And I say,
Sure, recognize-
Derek.
Oh,
And
that
he
is
stops,
classic
and he
Derek.
pulls up the ski mask and he says, Debbie, I'm so sorry.
Was he trying to rob you?
And he was trying to rob
How
me.
old is Derek?
First of all, Kennedy, very perceptive. As a matter of fact, I think I'm no detective.
Was he trying to rob you?
I've watched a lot of Quincy,
don't
and I
understand.
think he was, in fact.
I have a question for Derek, I guess. He's going to rob her with a wiffle ball bat?
Yeah.
I don't understand. Why even use it with? Why just you're a guy, just rob her?
That's how you rob women and children.
I don't even understand. Like,
You bring a wiffle ball
he
bat.
quietly took the string of her backpack. Is that what she's saying? Like her
Yeah, or drawstring.
her
bag.
drawstring.
Yeah.
So softly, and then why did he hit her with a wiffle ball bat? I don't understand.
He whacked at her ankles. That's the best way to subdue someone.
I don't understand any of this story.
It was a
Well,
diversion.
that's because it's a lie. It's
Oh,
made
that
up.
might be it. I
Maybe
suppose.
like her body like turns because she just got hit in that direction with a wiffle ball bat, and then he pickpockets her. He gets her wallet or something.
But as you guys see better than me,
I'm confused. Though. I'm sorry, Mike. Debbie recognized his sway and his swag.
That's what I was about
But
to
her
ask.
back was turned to him, was it not?
Not only was her back turned, but what I don't know, because I don't see well at all.
Uh-huh.
If someone has a ski mask on, are
Yeah.
you able to recognize them?
I'm so sorry.
It's all right, Debbie. I don't. I guess the sway. What's a sway? Like the way you're moving around.
The wind's blowing you up.
Okay. She recognizes one human being's particular sway.
Yeah.
Well, Derek specifically.
Yeah, it's very Derek.
Okay. Well, that's a good story. And then we have Iona.
We do.
Okay. Well, so far I would go with not Debbie, the other one.
Well, Debbie teased another story about the train, so I kind of want to go with her.
That's true. She's got a whole series of stories she's going to tell. Who's the other one?
Iona.
No, the first one.
Oh, that was
Alexis.
Alexis.
I'm going to go
Former intern.
Alexis first myself, but this is, this is democracy. And then Debbie 2. We should have Debbie come in and tell the train story.
Okay.
Good.
All right, good. Book Debbie. All right, go ahead.
We have Iona, who is in with us this morning. Hi, Iona.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for
Now, why
coming
doesn't
in.
that get a laugh?
You do a fucking comedy podcast?
I thought it was
the difference between the
I
two?
thought it was a pretty hilarious.
Play both
Let me hear
good mornings.
Let me hear the first good morning.
Dave, I'm working with this guy for almost 4 years now. He doesn't recognize what the fuck. That's troubling. Go ahead.
And this morning we have Alexis in. Good morning, Alexis.
Good morning.
All right, so stop. Don't need to laugh.
That's funny. That is funny.
See?
Okay.
All right, let me hear it. Let me
We
hear
have
Iona.
Iona, who is in with us this morning. Hi, Iona.
Good morning. Thank you
No.
for having me.
Thank you for coming
First of all,
in.
don't pause
All right,
after
I'm
good
sorry.
morning.
That was
Yeah,
disgusting.
yeah. Go ahead, Iona.
And Iona really, she was after it. She was going to make sure that we knew who she was. And, when we started on this process, one of the things that Kennedy and I talked about is we wanted to open this up to anybody. We were given the
So
opportunity.
we chose 3 women, 3 white women.
Well, I don't know if Iona or Debbie.
Oh no,
you're-
one was Hispanic, I think.
Yeah, you're
I think-
assuming things. I wouldn't do that. Shame on you. Go ahead.
Years ago to do a show without any real experience.
Yeah.
And it's just really fun when you can meet somebody who has that bug, that passion about the entertainment industry and maybe doesn't have access. And so we just open it up to whoever. And we've gotten hundreds of applications. Thank you to everybody that has
Thousands.
applied.
You're
And
welcome.
we've had people like Iona, who has been very successful online and social media,
Yeah.
apply to join the show.
How do you
And
spell
so
Iona's name?
I saw Iona.
Like
but
the
I didn't
college.
See, yeah, they didn't say last name or anything. So yeah,
Look, on Twitter, she's been very successful on social media. I'm just looking. Go ahead.
at Iona probably.
Oh,
I
probably.
doubt it.
I know.
Go ahead.
Listen.
My name's Iona McGowan and I'm a Boston-based online personality and marketing professional. I've applied for the on-air personality job on the Karson Kennedy show. I only applied on Thursday, but I just want to make sure that you guys know who I am, so I thought I'd come in and drop off my CV in person. I have some show reels to share with you, my resume.
Is she at an army base and a jet is taking off?
She's good at this. They're saying.
That's got to be part of the bit, don't you think?
What's the bit?
That they can't really understand what she's saying because she's at a train station underground or something like that.
Oh,
No?
That's pretty funny.
I don't know. It works. So we'll say that. Do they like it or no?
I got that message after. So like, there was a woman here that was trying to apply for a job while you were getting your blood taken out.
Hey, what was your plan if you bumped into Karson?
PC way.
You're just gonna hand him a resume?
Honestly, it was all pretty off the cuff. So I was working that morning. I was listening to the radio. I'd handed in my application
Irish,
the week
I
before,
assume?
and
Right.
I heard that you guys were
Sort
at
of,
the
a
blood
little bit.
Sounds a little
Yeah,
It's almost like
something,
half.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
drive, and I was like, you got to get after it. You know what I mean? So
Right.
jumped in the shower, printed off my CV. I didn't know how the printer worked for a start, but got that done. Got an Uber, and then I kind of stood outside.
Oh, that is classic.
She's been waiting for that joke her
got
whole
that done.
life.
Got an Uber.
God, these shows fucking suck. Jesus Christ.
When Dave is printing out your articles in the morning, I scurry in there to think, oh, is the printer not going to work? And every day I'm disappointed.
One of these days, Mike. One of these days. Go ahead.
And then I kind of stood outside the blood drive, and I was like, what am I doing here? Like, how?
And it wasn't just a
How
blood
is this
drive, you
gonna
guys. It
work?
was at Fenway Park. So,
Yeah.
I mean, he's rolling up to Fenway Park trying to come inside looking for people, which is a pretty daunting effort. There's 27 entrances and exits to that.
Daunting.
I gotta
Absolutely.
respect the hustle, though.
Right?
Yeah, it gets worse. So
It'd be a daunting
I
effort if there were
completely-
0 entrances.
I don't really understand any of this. I don't understand any of them ever talking about anything. Whether it's the fucking last woman's story about the wiffle ball bats or the Fenway Park. What the fuck is anybody talking about? That's why I like who's the first one?
That was Alexis.
Simple. Good morning. That's it. A little bit of weather. We're done.
Yeah, you come in with the good morning bit and
That's
you get
it.
out. You go out on
That's
top.
it.
Yep.
I think we're good. Jesus Christ.
What are they doing right now? Music, sorry.
Yeah.
Let me hear it. You can dance some of that groove.
Nothing more timely than Macklemore.
I'm sure this is Karson Kennedy's favorite music too, as well.
Yes.
We can't play music like that in this show.
I think we,
You're demonetized on YouTube now.
Yeah,
I think.
yeah.
So you can
For
play
how long can we
I
play
don't know
it
what
for?
it means from the.
I barely any.
Yeah, you
Really?
do. I don't know what it means from the podcast perspective, actually.
I don't think it means anything. You got your ads. They're on that table.
I guess.
You know?
What else is going on?
Well, did you see the Shannon Sharp and Skip Bayless fight that was
No.
clearly fake?
No, I have no interest in that.
have no interest in
None.
that?
God, I hope never to watch these programs again in my life.
Did
ever,
you
ever,
did
ever.
you see that? Did you see Tom Brady's guests on his podcast this week?
No.
He had on at the same time Adam Sandler, Bill Burr,
What are you saying?
and Tracy, which is like it's outlandish to have that many big name people on it once.
Adam Sandler, Bill Burr, and who?
And Tracy,
Tracy
Morgan.
Ugh, that sounds awful. That's like an awful mix. Tracy, I like Tracy Morgan in doses, but like he's not a good. Like that's not going to work.
I think Tracy's very. I almost think it might be better to have Tracy Morgan with a few other people so he can balance him out a little
I
bit.
guess. But by the way, Sandler usually. I love Sandler. He usually stinks in these situations. He just does not bring a lot to the table. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Well, Jim Gray adds a bit. I think.
Oh, I'm here.
We usually try and stay away from explicit language here on Let's Go. But this week, it's going to be unavoidable. And so we want all of you to be aware of that before you listen to this, because we've got 3 comedians coming on. Tracy Morgan, Bill Burr, and Adam Sandler.
I'd say about. Obviously, I'd say about 1.5. But that's
Buckle
okay.
up because we're bored in the crazy train.
Yeah, I mean, I would say.
I'm old. I eat toes and booty holes.
That's all I do.
And that was before eating ass was mainstream. So the whole crowd like,
man, I go raw, man.
Well, I guess I was wrong. I guess it works perfectly with Tracy Morgan.
and he looks at the crowd
Zoom
and goes,
is kind of rough.
Jesus
eat
Christ.
the motherfucker. And then it's just like, all right. I guess
Well, Tracy, we're going to get you a much better meal because it's Jim Gray along with Tom Brady, Adam Sandler, Bill Burr, and Tracy Morgan. Hey, Tracy, for tender and flavorful in every bite, we're going to send you to Morton's the Steakhouse.
There you go.
What a pro.
There you go.
Let me segue from that
That's a
ass
pro.
eating story into Morton's Steakhouse.
That's a pro. Oh, jeez. I forgot. Brady still does that, huh?
Yeah, it's
I guess
very
so,
weird.
yeah.
Yeah.
Does anybody listen to it? No way, right?
No, but I think it's more of a serious radio thing than it is a podcast.
Oh, it's on actually a podcast?
Yeah.
Or is it?
It is a podcast, but I feel like the deal
They
was
put it
more
out
of
as a podcast,
radio-based
but it's for
deal.
serious.
Yeah.
Let's go with Tom Brady. Larry Fitzgerald, too? Is that one?
He's never on. I think he like they put on the podcast a segment with Larry,
here it
Larry
is. Yeah,
Fitzgerald
yeah.
later or something. Yeah.
Yeah, there's 271 reviews.
Is Mr. Scoopage still involved by any chance?
Which one was that? Was that Glazer?
That was
He was referring
yes.
to Jay Glazer. Yeah.
That's right.
Yep.
Mr. Scoopage.
And they have any guest they want, but this is proof that that doesn't matter when the host is not in any way invested in the program.
Right.
Like I'm
doing
looking
it
at
on
it,
Zoom.
like Charles Barkley.
Well, I would say if you're having Sandler, Burr, and Tracy Morgan on, why even have Tom Brady there? You know?
Yeah, exactly. Like, what's Brady?
He's not interviewing them.
No. What's the point? It's just let's have these guys on. Like I don't know.
Usually he has some kind of angle. Like even with Barkley, it was like overcoming adversity or something. I don't know what the angle of this one was, but
yeah. What else?
What'd you think of that Alex Stein showing up at Barstool headquarters the other day?
Oh, we haven't been on since then?
No.
Yeah, so I don't, Jerry texted me. Jerry's a bit of a pussy because like he'll text something like he did like, oh, this guy's wild, but he won't say it because Jerry hates Portnoy now.
Right.
Because, Portnoy thinks that maybe women should get to choose whether or not they have an abortion, which whatever.
Okay.
You can disagree on that philosophically, no problem. But also Portnoy didn't go on Jerry's show like a year ago, remember?
Right.
So Jerry's still mad about that.
Okay.
Yeah. So privately he's like, yeah, Alex Stein's great. Portnoy's a pussy. He's sold out, but he won't say it publicly.
Oh.
I don't understand Alex Stein. Like I just don't understand it. Like
Right.
I watched it. It didn't do much for me, but
That's
I mean,
where I'm at with him. Where I don't get why he's funny necessarily,
But I also
I think he's smart.
But I also think people would have watched me go across the Felgers thing if they didn't know. I'd be like, well,
Yeah.
what's this? Like this is stupid.
When
So
I heard
get
him
it.
say when he threw out Tucker Carlson's name, I was like, oh, that's a very smart
the Francis
move.
thing, yeah.
Because he's in with that Tucker crowd. He knows it's funny to fuck with Barstool. I was
Right.
like, oh, that's a smart thing, even though I don't get it necessarily.
Right.
Like I do understand the marketing.
Yeah, I'm old, so I'm missing it. But I mean, but it's also like what I do like about Barstool is they like EEI would pretend it never happened.
Yeah.
Barstool just like makes content out of it. They make fun of that guy Mincy. They do a bunch of stuff. They make a day of it, which is smart. Now, what I would have done, I think, is I would have said, "Come on in, Alex. Have a seat. Like, what's your issue?" And then you just completely pop the balloon.
Yeah, and that's what I didn't really understand. Where it's almost there was a little
Well,
pearl clutching where they were like, "How dare he?" And it seems like that's a
there
weird.
was a little
way
bit. I was saying this to you the other day, Dave, because we were taping at that point. There was some of that, but I felt like there wasn't a lot of that.
Yeah.
Like I think most people kind of understood after a bit that this was a joke. But yeah, I'm not a big fan of like. I think Jack Mack tweeted that it's like how dare I'm like, oh, wait,
how dare like how do you think Barstool Sports got popular? Remember going to fucking NFL headquarters?
Yeah,
and-
you can't have both ways. Like that doesn't work.
But
No,
don't you think it's funnier the way it played out? Because then Barstool starts shitting on each other for their reactions
oh for sure.
to it.
But I would have brought Alex Stein and been like, okay, like what do you got?
Yeah.
And then he would have been like,
That's what I don't get about it, because when I hear him on podcasts, he's all over the place, like frantic. Like I don't necessarily understand what his appeal is.
Yeah, and I didn't find.
But he has an audience.
I didn't find the sidekick to be that funny either. Like he should have done it by himself.
His wife's boyfriend or whatever.
If you know nothing about him, I can see finding that funny. Like that he just brought a homeless guy with no shirt on.
I guess. But yeah, but like it's
or even if you know him, there might be more of a reason than we realize.
Maybe, yeah, that's the thing. I have no idea. But yeah, I didn't. And Dave wasn't there, right?
No.
Yeah, so I don't know.
Which Alex Stein knew Dave was not there. You have to know that.
Right. It looks like that Mincy guy was just it seems like he's at fault.
So is that a bit?
I have no idea. I don't even know who that guy is.
If that's true, that seems like quite the egregious overstep.
And then this guy just left. He is remote now. I saw yesterday on Twitter.
Who's that?
This Mincy guy? Like he is even in New York.
One, he's leaving New York. Like he's going back to Louisiana to work. He's not coming back. And then I think he's starting his Christmas vacation early or something.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Did Mike Leach die or no?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't see it on Twitter. I just wanted to make sure. What else? Well, I didn't know. I mean, nobody tweeted their thoughts about him. I just wanted to know I would like to know what everybody thinks about him.
Was he a common guest on Barstool shows? Or
I don't know.
something? Yeah.
Not even that. Just in general, I want to know. Was he like somebody who said things occasionally that everyone else wouldn't say? I have no idea. I don't know.
I think he was. I think he might have been.
Well, it's very sad he passed away anyway. But go ahead.
Did you see that RG3 said something that most people wouldn't say on broadcast?
No.
People said that Jalen Hurts couldn't get it done. He couldn't operate from the pocket. He's not the quarterback of the future. I think he proved all those jigaboos wrong.
Wait a minute.
Dave will sometimes play audio before the show, just like testing shit, and he happened to play that, and I couldn't believe it.
Mike freaked out.
Well,
I was like, what the fuck?
Well, did he prove them wrong? Jeez.
And also, I don't believe what he said he meant to say.
What gigolos?
Like, what would you say, bugaboos?
That doesn't fit as a sentence.
Yo, definitely need to clarify this. This is not what I meant to say. Was trying to say those bugaboos in reference to haters and doubters.
That doesn't make sense.
Prove all those bugaboos wrong?
That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. I don't.
Well, what did like Destiny's Child? They said bugaboo, a bugaboo.
A bugaboo.
I don't know.
What did she mean by that?
I don't even know what you're talking
That's
about.
interesting.
I didn't even know who that is.
Get Beyonce on the horn.
Oh, that was the group she was in?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I'm not familiar with their work. I'll have to Take a look at their catalog at some point today.
It's pretty good.
They'll dive into it. What else?
Did you hear this Buffalo sports columnist get fired from all of his jobs? Did you hear that sound?
No.
No.
Amy, I thought the aim was to get views, not turn people away. The next
hey, women, be better than this, because the worst fans really are the women. They don't get critical journalism. They all want to be cheerleaders.
Okay.
You know what I mean? It's always. I don't want to.
Yeah.
It's a dangerous.
Anyways, Ironhead, give me that sound.
So this is a long time.
Why?
Buffalo.
I know I don't want to be this guy, but why even say that? You know, if you want to keep your job, why even? Like, what do you?
Well, he didn't keep his job.
No, I know. But that's my point, though. Like, why? What? Who was it?
This is Jerry Sullivan.
Jerry Sullivan. God, he's like legendary there. If you'd said to me,
Oh, is that true?
Yeah. If you'd said to me, Buff, I would have said him.
Yep.
Really?
Why? Yeah. I mean, I don't know anything about him, but
He lost his columnist job. He lost a TV gig, and I assume like another magazine style job. He lost 3 jobs because of that comment.
Jesus, what? This happened yesterday?
I think it happened a couple days ago.
Let me look this up. Jerry Sullivan.
He's like, I want to defend him, but he's not presenting an argument. He's just like these dumb broads.
Like, what's he saying? The worst fans are really the women. They don't get critical judgment. They all want to be cheerleaders. Where did he say this? This is like a weird,
Like a local podcast,
a fan podcast.
Is there a context we're not aware of? Like he's referring to specific women?
No, they got a text message.
Yeah.
And from a woman.
It is funny that it's this person saying in his Twitter bio had liberal Democrat and women's sports advocate in his Twitter bio.
Your snatch is getting in the way.
It's unbelievable. Please hold on. There's a person. Twitter's funny because this guy's like, no matter what, please don't let the train wreck nonsense distract you from Jerry Sullivan's campaign between 2012-17 to blow the top off of women over singing the national anthem. There's like 6 examples of him tweeting about this.
Oh, good.
He's like obsessed with this story, Jerry Sullivan.
I'm glad he finally blew the lid off that story.
The season begun. Woman oversins the national anthem. That's from 13, 12. Getting a preview of the latest woman to oversing the national anthem, 2012. He is very into this.
So he has always been exposing women for the frauds they are.
2015, regular
That's
season Super Bowl. You can always count on a woman to oversing the national anthem.
He's been pretty clear about who he is.
Woman oversins anthem. Film at 11.
I gotta say,
woman oversins the anthem. He's very into it.
this is not some peeling back the curtain. This guy's always been pretty upfront.
I never really thought the national anthem was something oversung by a man or a woman. I think everybody generally sucks at it.
Yeah.
I think. I don't know. Who knows?
They just went from playing Macklemore to Your Love by Outfield.
Well, it's mix. It's a mix.
It's for everybody.
It's Mix 104.
But it's like just all over the place. It's like what Mike FM was. Just
anything
anything.
mixes.
I don't think mix in years prior. I thought they had some
mix it
kind
up.
of.
That's what is that? 104.1?
Yeah, I thought they had some kind of like. What's the word I'm looking for?
Imagine your ears are a bowl. We're dumping everything in there and we're mixing it up.
We're just mixing it up.
Yeah.
Imagine putting on like hearing Your Love by the Outfield and be like, yeah, I'm a stick. How many times have you heard that fucking song in your life? That awful song. Let me see here. Is it Mix 104.1 or 104.5?
104.1.
4.1.
4.1. Oh God. Please stop. Please
Is that
make it
Zolak
stop.
song? That's Zolak song.
Yes.
Josie.
Please God, make it stop. Where'd you get? Does it have the playlist? Where does it have that?
It's just on the
Oh, on the
streaming.
thing.
It's- yeah.
Their website is just horrific. Jesus. Their latest news is the winner of season 22 of The Voice. So there you go. They're breaking it all down.
I would not have, if you, I would not have known that show was on. All the money in the world you could offer me. 50-50.
You can text them at 617-931-1234. It says right here if you want to text in and say hello to Karson Kennedy this morning. It seems like they like doing that.
Well, they're off the air now, right? 10 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true. We'll check in tomorrow.
Yeah, their morning drive crew.
So there you go. Yes.
Yep.
Milton's, of course. Well, we love Milton's. The Store for Men is back. Everything you need to stay warm through this transition of winter. If you're like me and you're from Boston and you like cold things, I don't know, does Milton have a chilled sweater or no?
I mean, to appeal to the Boston.
Can we get Bill maybe to do that for a guy? Because, I mean, most people, a lot of people go to Milton's, of course, are from Massachusetts. I've gone in there before. I love the clothes, but sometimes like, Bill, this is room temperature.
Well,
also, you go into Milton's, and Milton's, I think, is trying to accommodate the customer, which I understand. But I've been in there, Mike. It's been 70 degrees, 68 degrees. I like it. I'm from Boston.
Yeah.
4 degrees generally.
Right.
I love the old days when the heat broke here. That was great.
You guys have any dry ice?
Yeah. Oh, it was great that day. I had my hat on, the jacket. Those were the days I was happiest professionally.
Right.
I think. But Milton's has great clothes for sure. Social Plaza, Braintree, Chestnut Hill Square, Chestnut Hill, of course, open at the Burlington Mall. Tommy Bahama, Vineyard Vines, North Face. Their wide selection of suit separates right now. If you have a holiday party coming up, you want to grab a couple of suits, you want to look good, you want to dress up nice, buy one, get one free suit event continues to go on at Milton's. Shop online, look around at miltons.com, go in, say hi to Dana, say hi to Bill, some of the other lovely workers there. I never remember their names, but everyone tells me. I think they always say I'm great, though, right? Very nice to them.
They do. Yes.
Yep. Well, that's important to remember. Go to Milton's. I can't tell you how many times people tell me they go. The people are great. Greatest place in the world. Get moving right now. Get some great clothes for some great people and help this show and yourself out. Go to Milton's right now. Miltons.com, where there are 3 great stores. We thank Milton's, as always, for sponsoring this program. What else?
You were on the right side of the Grant Wall thing. An aneurysm.
Yeah, that's what you think.
Yeah.
Stunned. Yeah, that's the problem.
They got to him.
That's the thing. I'm like, why even tweet that out when I saw them? I'm like,
They
why,
got to him.
Why even let these people? Exactly. Like they could literally have video of him like doing. They'd be like, yeah, oh really? That's a video.
Yeah, deep fake.
Yeah, nice angle. But anyway, where's the video, Dave? We might drop on the on another Twitter account today. Who knows? Who knows?
Yeah.
What else? Well, blindmike.net, of course, right? Is that what it is? Yeah. Yes. What's going on there?
We'll be live probably Friday instead of today, I'm thinking.
Why is
But
that?
might do a more on money today. Just because Craig said he could do Friday. And I was like, I like the idea of that. But tomorrow, we have Why Are
Like
You
the idea of
Laughing?
Friday?
Yeah. That way I'm not talking about the same shit today. You know what I mean?
Go ahead.
Separate the topics.
Sure, I understand.
Tomorrow we have Jerry Lewis will be the free episode.
Are you
And
taping one this week or no?
Patreon episode will be Stuttering John.
Oh boy.
From Howard Stern to his time on Stephanie Miller
okay.
is the era we're running through.
So Tonight Show as well.
And yeah. And then WATS 6 p.m. tomorrow.
Oh, back week 2.
Yes, week 2. Me and Carl.
You kick something off right around that holiday season. You do it. That's what I say.
That's right.
You doing one all the way through Christmas week and everything?
Yeah, because I don't think it lines up with Christmas or New Year's Thursdays, right?
Perfect. There you go. What else, David?
You just had a Vince McMahon story yesterday. Is there
He's
another?
not
is there,
coming
is there a
back.
thing coming out today or this week about Vince McMahon and all that shit?
Well, I know Real Sports is circling around it.
For a while.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, that woman, Rita Chatterhorn, that's the referee who's suing him. That's been a story forever.
For a while, yeah.
Yeah,
she wants $12 million.
Yeah, I mean, he's saying he's not coming back.
Why would he pay all the other people and not her?
Maybe it's just $12 million. I don't know. Yeah. It's 30 years ago, right? I think it's more than that. I don't know. Who knows? It's very tough to prove. So I would think.
I don't know who has. I'll look it up. But it's.
I mean, the Wall Street Journal has been all over this story.
But there's something coming out this week, I believe. So it's not the Bill Simmons thing. It's not Real Sports, but I think something's coming out on Vince McMahon.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I think you guys are going to find out this Sunday when he opens a can of whoop ass on her.
Is that a good like a pro Vince McMahon thing?
No, I think it'll be critical. I think
Oh,
it'll
okay.
involve the women and all this stuff.
Oh, is that right? Where's that?
I don't know.
I haven't seen that.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm interested. Oh, interesting.
Maybe it's like the Dark Side of the Ring. I don't know. Something along those lines.
No way. They're not doing that. I
Vice,
wouldn't
maybe?
think.
Maybe Vice? Oh, that is Vice.
That's
isn't
Vice, I think, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, I saw that. And you know what? There's really no, there's like no juice to it. Like nobody really talks about it. I don't know.
No, not anymore. It's over now.
But yeah, I would say he's telling people he wants to come back. I'm going to guess that's not going to happen.
Yeah.
Just a wild guess. I don't like the chances of that happening.
Yeah.
Plus he's what, almost 80?
Yeah, he's got to be pushing 80 at this point. And I think they're kind of rolling now, aren't they? Like financially, they're rolling.
There you go. December 12th, Vice TV aired a documentary about Vince.
What was yesterday or 2
The
days
9
ago?
Lives of Vince McMahon. I don't know.
There you go. Nothing
Yeah.
overly funny with Steve on WGAN yesterday.
I forgot he was on.
I listened to a little bit of it.
Nothing?
Nothing.
Welcome back to the WGAN Morning News. This is
That's
Steve
funny.
Robinson, editor-in-chief of the Main Wire.
Wait, you don't think that's funny to me? That's funny. I'm laughing right away.
Matt Gagnon. You know what I was thinking about on the way in, Danny, is how excited Matt must
What are
be
you
to be on the
talking
road.
about? Remember, Dave, when you said that after doing the show, he'd be more like loose when he's on the radio?
Well, this is like the one-person show.
I'm just saying that's what you said, though, right?
He's still loose. He's laughing. You know, Danny. Like, that's
I bet
loose.
there are instances
Are all
where he's
producers
much
named
looser
Dan?
now. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let me hear
You know what I
Danny.
was thinking about on the way in, Danny, is how excited Matt must be to be on the radio so much now because people will finally start pronouncing his name right. You know,
Yeah,
when he
did
was
the original
just,
Switch.
when he was just a columnist for the Bangor Daily News, I'm pretty sure 99% of the people
Gagnon.
reading it called him Gagnon. I know I did,
Gagnon.
but he's now reasserted
Steve got a name
control
wrong?
over the ancestral French pronunciation.
We
of
did
his
it our
name.
big voiceover guy too as well. As
I would listen to this every day.
Gotta get that
Every
yawn right.
day.
So I'm a little bit disappointed in myself for letting the hour get away without talking about a story that I was very
You know what's
much
funny? I think with most people, if you heard them, like, we know Steve from here, and then you heard him do this, you'd be like, he's being phony. I think that's Steve in his natural habitat.
For sure. Let me hear some more.
enjoying on Friday. And this is happening in the town of Brunswick. I don't know if you've driven much through Brunswick, but there's this big Fort Andros mill there. And apparently they've
That's Steve's town now,
Brunswick
right, isn't it?
Public Art
Or no?
Commission
I don't know. Maybe
Public
not.
Art Association, whatever it is, paid $70,000 to two Hollowell artists to do a mural on the side of this building. And of course, it's Brunswick. It's artists from Hollowell. It's all liberals. So the mural has to be this kind of virtue signaling thing where you've got, indigenous peoples, and there's like an Asian Bowdoin student playing the sitar, and African immigrants, and it's supposed to be this touchy-feely compilation of all the things liberals cherish. But now the liberals are going to war with each other over this thing. And it's an amazing story. You could read it at themainwire.com.
I had a feeling I let him get to the plug.
I was wondering, where can we find
I was going to let him get to that plug. That felt important to me. Well, good for him.
BIPOC and other people have been systematically marginalized and excluded from representation.
God, Jesus Christ. Holy shit.
Where is that radio station? Maine?
Yeah.
Oh,
It's a
okay.
Portland station, isn't it?
Gotcha.
WGAN. Yeah, I think it's Portland.
I think it is.
Yeah.
Well, good for Steve. So he was in for an hour?
He was in for an hour.
That feels beneath him. I don't know.
Not just another angry boomer. Grace Curley brings a millennial mindset to the political debate. Weekdays from noon to 3. Now.
Is that to suggest the other people on the station are angry boomers?
I think so. Good God.
Well, it's probably Grace and then Howie after. So Howie's the angry
Who's
boomer.
on before?
Yeah.
Who's on before her?
Well,
guy.
on RKO, it's cool.
Back to the WGAN Morning News with Matt Gagnon on News Radio 98.5 FM and AM 560. WGAN.
See, I would do a show with Steve there if they want me for like a day.
That'd be fun.
2 seconds I would do that.
But he's just filling in, right?
That's what I mean. But yeah, I'm not saying I would do it full time. I'm saying if you ever need me to come in.
No, I meant he's not doing it full time either, Steve. Or is he
I'll tell you,
trying?
I love Steve, but he was texting me the other day about how he thinks the thing for Jerry might work, and I hope it does too. But then Steve was kind of like, yeah, he hasn't really gotten like a fair. Let me get your reaction to it, Dave. You were in the Jerry Callahan world. I was not. The Jerry Callahan show.
Mm-hmm.
Steve Robinson.
I will say this. It is definitely a win. We used to talk about Newsmax all the time. It's a win.
They haven't announced it yet.
Who's we? They haven't?
No.
Okay. Everyone listens to the show, listens to my show.
Well, it hasn't been announced yet.
Can Mutt produce? He asks a joke. Jerry's getting desperate. I said he's asking around like crazy. Is Craig that bad? That's me, of course, asking to get Steve's answer because that means he's talking to Jerry so he can shit on Craig so I can talk about it right now.
Let's not
It's a
forget.
lot of work to get to this moment.
Let's not forget, Steve is the reason Craig produces for Jerry.
Correct.
Yes.
Which also, by the way, Jerry's getting desperate means that Jerry and Steve are talking. Yeah. Steve, I guess he just doesn't get the politics of it all. Doesn't send him stories, suggest ideas. As you know, the talent pool is shallow, Steve says. I said,
who's that a shot at it?
I said you get what you pay for. Jerry bitches but never actually looks for a solution, which I think is true. I wrote that, Dave. I don't know if you agree or not.
Well, my thoughts are it's
But it seems to me Steve is talking to Jerry and he wants this to happen. I feel like Steve isn't going to get into business with Jerry. That's my prediction.
I think that's a good thing.
Sure, I guess. I mean, I don't know.
Interesting together.
My flags always go up because Jerry, this is where I start getting mad, probably irrationally so. Jerry told Steve not to work with me.
Right.
And it's without me, this partnership is not happening. Jerry said Steve was a piece of shit.
The biggest piece of shit he's ever
Yeah,
met.
I don't know. I mean, I wish them luck.
I've said it before. The only thing I think is that you interpreted that different in some way. Maybe it's not all the way.
When Jerry told Steve not to work for me?
Jerry is fucking obsessed. I've said this every time.
Okay,
with the intern at Newsmax.
But I'm talking about
No, I know.
Steve
but,
working
no,
for
but
me, for my show.
Steve is like an elevated personality because he's conservative, because he worked with Howie. So he wants Steve to be at
Jerry and I
Breitbart.
worked together. Like, we're supposed to be friends. You don't do that to somebody. Like, that's
Just the premise of the
doesn't
I
make
forget.
it.
Did we ever hear the exact context, or was it Jerry being like, "He's crazy"? You know,
yeah, that also, you know, he
Or
said
he
that
would
whole thing
text
too.
you, or this is fair, or he would text you and be like, "Let him go to Breitbart, let him go to Newsmax or something."
Yeah, but Steve didn't want to do that.
No, I know. But
I would have, if Steve, anything, if you said to me tomorrow you want to go to Breitbart, I'd say, great, good luck. Like, I would never get in the way, unlike Jerry. Like, I wouldn't do that.
Yeah.
That's where Jerry can drive me crazy. But I mean, I don't really care. But it's weird. Now they're circling each other, and it's like, you know, I don't know. I'm like, good luck to both.
Well, Jerry,
I'm kind of done with Steve. Go ahead.
Well, we can make fun of Jerry. We can make fun of Jerry, but Jerry,
Okay, I love Steve, but
He
go ahead.
does have an audience right now. I don't know what the numbers are, but he has an audience.
Uh-huh.
And Steve is building something from scratch. So maybe, I mean, that could be beneficial. Like,
Sure.
for Steve, at least. To
I
kind
guess.
of say.
Yeah, I guess.
And that's a like-minded audience. that
For
Steve would
sure.
want.
For sure. I don't know. Like, if somebody, I don't know. Steve was really pissed at Jerry about the piece of shit thing. It seems like he's gotten over it, so that's okay.
Cooler heads. You know?
I guess.
You got the old codger and the young hip millennial. I think
Hopefully
it's
Gabe
an
will
interesting
defend
show.
me one day like he defends Jerry over
I
this
defend you all the
fucking thing.
time. I defend you. I don't
When?
know.
You're not there
What's
for
the last
it.
thing
That's
that came
other
up that
people
I
you
defend?
I don't know. You tell me. I don't know.
I'm trying to think, but I always defend you.
Yeah, great.
Always say,
Thanks.
great guy.
I'm not a great guy. I don't need to get into that. Jesus Christ. Oh, great guy. What a defense.
I was getting shit on Twitter for having that bullying clip ready of Ryan Whitney. Like when it was referenced.
Oh, yeah, you
by a
did. I
caller.
noticed that. You knew
Oh, you were ready to go with that one.
immediately. He goes, "Oh, I know where that is."
A year and a half I've had that
You were
one.
excited to have that one.
Yeah, I've had that. But I thought he knew about it, and it just never.
I don't care. It's
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah.
We're just a show. I don't think he cares.
I couldn't believe he didn't know about it. That guy's done two or three shows on it. Not full shows, but just referenced it 2 or 3 times.
Who is he?
What are you talking about?
Doughboys.
You fucking Joe Rogan? I don't know who he is.
Doughboys. I
Is
don't
that a
know his
real
name.
podcast? Like a successful
Yeah, they
one?
like were reviewing. I don't know if it's a joke, but like reviewing chain restaurants and shit like
But
that.
they do well.
They did. They were an early podcast. So they probably did decent numbers.
Well, good for them.
Yeah.
I mean, I give the kid credit for overcoming that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tough childhood.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I mean, really. Having Whitney, molest you in the showers, whatever the hell he did doing with that school, is tough to get over. I'm telling you, I'm bringing that guy with me January 1st.
As you
to
should.
the Wilbur. Yeah. I think that guys
you
have to.
should.
Yeah, I think Whitney's have to apologize to him publicly.
I think that's smart.
What am I going to do? I mean, like, sit there and like bullshit? Like, I don't know.
Yeah, you should get out of that.
Bust
one, probably.
chops.
You think so?
Yeah.
Well, I like those guys.
You like them, but I think like you don't want to MC it. He was thinking
No,
you'll be
no,
Jeff D. Lowe.
no,
Jeff D.
no.
Lowe was an MC.
Yeah,
he did
yeah.
it like that.
Well, you make it
I
seem
think they
like-
are having Jeff.
You make it seem like I can't do that.
No, you can, but I don't think you want to.
No, I don't want to.
Yeah.
Dave's like, and if you need to step aside, and
No,
I guess
no.
I could fill in for you if you really need me to.
I got to figure out my trivia team situation too. That's for sure.
Is the front runner still a lady?
No, I don't think so. I don't know. I haven't heard anything. We have a game next week. Right now, it's no, that's not true. It's me, Ev, and
Quiggs.
yeah, right. Yes, who I don't really know. Right. I think.
No, because he filled in for you, so you wouldn't have played with him. I don't think.
Correct. Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Why does Mutt want to finish off the year?
My guess is it's tied into whatever.
He has to.
Money.
Yeah, I'm guessing. That is a guess. I do not know that, but I don't know. I know my mother's the first person to let me in the door at Intercom. One of the rare people in the building who was nice and respectful to everyone. Even the goons handing out
true.
stickers. That's a Jerry line right there.
Is it?
Well, goons. That's like a Jerry
I don't know if
word.
I've heard him say that.
No, but I can see him doing that, though. Even the goons handing out stickers.
Well, good. I'm glad he's rubbed off on me.
Jerry's tweet about Lou was so embarrassing. Jerry should have literally done a video handing his penis over to
I didn't see
Twitter.
that one.
Let me see if I
It's
can find it.
nauseating.
The problem is with Jerry now, I have to go back with his tweets. I have to go back. It'll
It's
take
a
me
lot.
an hour to go
It's a
back.
lot.
2
It's a
days.
lot, yeah.
Let me see. Bankman Free was denied bail. Lisa Sherber, that witch.
Are you surprised?
Jerry Callahan. Right, what's that?
Newsmax brought Jerry on to talk about that SBF thing.
He's a financial guy. What are you, jealous because your neighborhood?
Yeah. Yes, I want to be on Newsmax making a fool of myself.
Jerry quote tweeting the Babylon Bee. A big Jerry tweet now. So Mike Leach dies, and I was joking earlier. Obviously, everybody seems upset. That's fine. Jerry waits, and then finally he says, he finds some clip from some Republican place that says he defended Trump once, and Jerry then says, real courage in 2022. Hashtag RIP legend. When did Jerry become this person? Non-binary drag queen, Jerry quote tweets Joe Biden, quote tweet Joe Biden, quote tweet Joe Biden, quote tweet Cyndi Lauper, his own show.
What'd Lopper have to say?
No, she's saying for Biden at the same-sex marriage. So, Cindy Lauper's a great singer. Jerry was like very upset about that. Quote tweets a Kamala Harris thing. Tough day for the pals of POTUS. Tussle-haired scumbag. Okay.
When was this tweet? A month ago?
This is 23 hours ago. This we're at now.
Okay.
Tweets so
Fauci
much.
is the virus, annoying, convenient, unpleasant, never ever going. Nobody everybody's muted Jerry at this point, right? Retweeted something about leech dying. Retweets a show. CNN producer pleads guilty to child sex charge. Retweet. Libs of TikTok. Retweet. Libs of TikTok. Arizona Cardinals. They have practice and meetings and stuff. I have seen crowded subway cars with better chemistry. Jerry tweeted about that.
I like that.
I don't understand that. Where is this Lou one?
Maybe it never existed.
We got that's possible. Drag queen. Elon Musk quote tweet.
He's hitting all the big topics.
Here it is.
Tackling the big issues.
Good luck to Lou Merlone as he makes it over the wall. He's a good man, in my opinion, the best baseball analyst in town. At least he was when people actually listen to baseball on the radio. My thing is over the wall mean like that's not a Fenway reference?
I thought it was, yeah.
Or is it
But
like
it
over
means
the
escaping.
Yeah, I think. Okay, all right. Yeah, maybe I'll backtrack them because I was concerned when I saw that at first.
My first instinct was the Green Monster.
Yeah, I don't think so though, right?
Yeah.
He wouldn't do that, would he?
No, I think he means get. That would be great. He launches one over the wall.
I think Jerry definitely thinks through his tweets very dramatically. Like he takes his time to tweet.
He tweets more in a day than I do in a month, I think.
Yeah.
Jesus. Anyway. All right. Anything else?
Nothing really.
All right. We'll take a few calls then. A lot of feedback on the case yesterday, Dave. People love some people hate the short episodes. Some people love them.
Yeah.
The only thing I'll say about it, first of all, go to the case podcast. All the other stuff, I don't know. But I can just tell you, like, for sure, I put way more time writing these than I did the first season. Way more, because we have no audio, basically. So way more time's put in. But, it seems like some people really like it, some people really hate it, which is okay. No problem.
That's what you want, isn't it?
Sure, I get it.
The people that hate it are listening, yeah.
I think so. Who the hell knows? I have no idea. But, yeah. I do not know the answer to that. Ugh.
Load up.
Who's the pizza place in Waltham you like? Your guys there?
Shoppers.
Shoppers.
Yep.
Terrific sponsor of the case. We thank them.
Oh, good.
They offered. They asked.
Did they really?
Yeah.
Okay, good. They got $50,000. Pony it up, baby. Let's go. Hello.
I don't know when those ads are going to kick in.
I don't care, Dave. Don't worry about it.
You should.
Why?
I don't know. It's tied to your.
I don't care.
Financial.
Okay, what am I going to do? I mean, really, I can't worry about that stuff.
I agree.
Life's too short.
My pencil's still sharp, by the way.
What's that?
Told me to sharpen my pencil yesterday.
That's right. I
enjoyed
did.
that.
That's right. I did. Hey, I like saying that one. Yeah.
Sharpen your pencil.
Hello.
Good morning, boys. It's time for this week's episode of Who Has the Biggest Click?
That's early. We're not the first caller. Good morning, Click Guy.
Well, I've been listening, and so the story
I feel
from
this going.
Alexis, Deby, and Iona triggered a memory of mine.
Yeah, go ahead.
I was on a train to Cambridge.
Uh-huh.
I saw three girls.
Three.
Downtrodden, crying, upset. 104.1 T-shirts on, and I went over. Very smooth. They liked my swag and my sway, and I coaxed them back to my hotel room.
Mm-hmm. That's nice.
So I peeled off Debbie's pink backpack.
Okay.
I started messing around with Debbie. Things were going well.
Sounds great.
I peeled off my little pink.
How far did the wiffle ball bat go in?
Well, that's ridiculous. Go ahead.
Oh, we greased that thing up, Mike. You know that, but that's later.
I had a feeling.
I peeled off Debbie's panties, and I started fingering her and kissing her a little
this
bit.
Feels
Jesus,
really
Listen
graphic
to this,
and inappropriate.
Kirk. Listen to this, Kirk.
Yeah, go ahead.
Kirk. And then all of a sudden, her 3.5-inch clit popped out, and guess what Alexis said?
What was that?
Good morning.
Yeah, I had a feeling. Yeah.
That's fun. That's a fun story.
I wonder how warm the hotel room had to be. 90 degrees?
Well, like a lot of people, maybe she liked it cold when she's having
I don't
intercourse.
know, but she hates cold things.
That's the thing, though. Some people like being beaten.
Oh, that's true.
You know?
Maybe she likes. Yes. Well, thank you for the call, Clip Guy. I mean, I'm going to believe him. I don't know if that story's true or not. Just legally, I have to say.
Sure.
There's no reason
we
for them to lie.
weren't there. Yeah. But
For them to be together wearing the T-shirts is
unusual. But
strange.
they do ride the train.
Yeah, and they wanted, they wanted the job. So yeah. Hello.
You think that's his real voice? That guy.
Yes.
It's very smooth.
Hey, Kirk, it's Phil McCooch. How are you?
Hello, Phil.
I have a two-part question for Dave and a question for you.
Okay, start with Dave Cullinane.
All right, Dave, you say you eat pizza 90% of your meals. Yep. How much does your wife make if she can support this? And
I
do
make
you
pizza.
tip on every single pizza order?
No, but I make my own pizza. I've said that on the show.
But do you tip when you go out?
No, I don't tip when I. What
are you talking about? When you go eat?
When when I go to eat, I'll
When he goes to pick up.
Oh, you pick up
when
pizza?
I pick up pizza? No, I don't think
Yeah,
so.
that's not. I don't think that's a super necessity.
No,
I mean,
I don't.
if you pay for it with a credit card as a tip option, you might want to throw a couple bucks there.
It's too much tipping.
Just $2.
Charge more if you want more
My
money.
question for you is, who do you think Bob's favorite character on KMS is?
Whose favorite character? I'm sorry.
Bob Murchison.
Bob Murchison's favorite character.
We've established that it's Dave.
Oh, other than Dave.
Yeah.
I think he's an Eisenhower guy.
Could be.
Yeah, I've always felt that. That's what he said to me privately. We're good friends, so I would imagine.
Think still every day?
Oh, he's listening right now. I mean, no, he's probably watching it. He's probably
pretty wild.
Oh, he's definitely masturbating.
Oh, he's moving over to YouTube.
He's masturbating.
I read a
for
column the
sure.
other day that I know for a fact he was a part of.
The Joe Venacchi Globe
not
column?
a fact, but yeah.
That was just like, there was nothing to that. Nothing.
That's just a vendetta.
Also, just the idea, I don't understand, and I guess it's just like
Yeah,
buzzwords
that's how you
that you
tweet this.
use.
You're right. Go ahead.
Dangerous gambling. What the fuck does that mean?
I don't know. Like we could do this all it's not effective, but I could say to her, we have her on. I could be like, was Brian Marquardt? So, but that doesn't really make any sense. I don't. It's just to write it. Like it doesn't mean anything. It's so dumb.
I mean, like-
I don't like telling. I guess as a libertarian, I just don't like telling adults they can't do something.
Right,
It's
I
just
would
so
agree with
dumb.
that. But even if you're gonna say gambling is dangerous, I would say okay, that's
well, ban it. Just
that's a
ban
good
it.
stance. There.
Just-
Don't say DraftKings is a safer place
yeah.
to gamble or
Correct.
fucking
'Cause they're going to do
MGM.
the exact same thing.
Right? Yeah,
It's
I
the
don't
exact same thing.
just because they don't have people
Is
that
Floyd
say they
Mayweather,
lost
is
money.
he attached to one of them? Or am I wrong?
Floyd Mayweather's probably
Caesars
everybody's
or something
attached
like
to
that? Yeah, I
somebody.
don't know.
Is Michael Irvin?
I don't know.
You said I think a sordid history. Is Mike Tyson? I have no idea.
I don't even. First of all, those were just shots to be like, this guy.
course.
This guy sucks.
course.
That wasn't part of her argument.
But if her argument was, look, I think gambling is dangerous and addictive, and I think it should be banned, I completely disagree. But I'd say, all right, that's a take. It's stupid. I don't agree with it, but okay.
But it's not worthy of a column anymore because Massachusetts disagreed with you.
Right, but no, I think you can still write it. But I don't agree with it. But what she's saying is, to Mike's point, no, this company, which she has spent no time investigating at all, is more dangerous than this company.
It's not
or
safe
this
gambling.
company,
Correct.
or this company. Like I don't know. It's
And the argument they use is that Portnoy tweets his loss, or they all do. They tweet their losses.
Right.
So you're suggesting that pretending you never lose at gambling is safer than being honest about it?
And I have to say, I don't know. I don't think anybody realistically looks at Dave betting 250,000. It's like, you know what? I'm going to bet 250,000.
All right, 250,000 on the Celtics.
It just doesn't work that way. These are people who are completely out of touch. But I don't know. It's so dumb. Such a dumb column. Such an idiot. Such a lazy old Globe liberal shithead column that goes through all day long. And Linda and John are fine with it. I mean, they're probably too.
Did
busy.
she have a column attacking the other casino operator in town
I'm
when
sure.
that shit was going
Like
down?
Steve Wynn?
Like when they lied about
No,
Steve
of
Wynn to
course.
get the
Of course
license in the
not.
first
No,
place?
of course not. She probably goes there. She probably gets a pumper full of food there, stuffed down her fat, stupid fucking face. Oh, one of the 3 worst people alive right now with Joe Venacchi. Joe Venacchi. What's his face? He's dead. Bernie Madoff's dead, right? He died.
Did he?
Yeah, I think he died in prison, right, Dave? I think he did. I think he died during.
Bernie Madoff's dead.
He died during COVID, right?
All right.
Yes.
So, all right, Joe
Rest in
Venacchi.
peace.
I'm forgetting somebody obvious, who took over for Bin Laden as the worst person in the world? Who is it right now?
Like a dictator? Kim Jong Un.
Yeah, but Kim Jong Un.
Putin?
Putin? No, I'm gonna go not in order, but 3 wars: Venacchi, Kim Jong Un, Lisa Sherber.
Oh my God, it's a tough list.
Yeah, right.
Feels good.
Yeah,
I don't know. I've never met the woman.
Joe
so I don't
Venacchi was a
All I'll say is
regular.
2 of those 3 have never smashed a kid with cancer in the head with a guitar.
Well,
Chef Jarrett.
No,
maybe one of three, because I wouldn't put it past at least one of them.
They have. I know they have.
Okay, all right.
I know. I've spoken to Joe and to Kim Jong Un, who's not a bad guy. I'm with Rodman on that one. Like, I don't know what the big deal is.
It's true. If you can have fun with Dennis Rodman,
like, who needs power if you live in the house? And who cares if the people in North Korea, I think, are 6 inches shorter than the people in South Korea and like 80 pounds lighter?
Interesting.
That's fine. They're exercising. What are you going to do? Hello. One second. You can cry a minute. I'll tell this story. This is true about Lisa Sherber, who I used to like until this happened. I'm dead serious. She took that. My mom did this one year. She did the updates for the big check, the Jimmy Fund.
Yeah.
Lisa Sherber thought it was real. Ran away with that check and tried to cash it one year. Yeah, not bright either.
Devastating.
Yeah, it's not.
She go to the biggest bank she could find.
That's it. Yeah, she did. Hello. Good. It's the way to go. Staying strong. Well, this is
who?
Chris Castellani.
Oh no!
No, Chris, no.
Don't laugh,
Chris,
guys. Don't laugh.
Chris,
They're supposed to be getting help.
I'm not laughing. Yeah, Dave, go. Why don't you answer this?
I think laughter is the best medicine, Chris. I'm thinking of you every day. Actually, you've entered my brain.
You know what, Dave? Honestly, spare me with
Call him
that.
an asshole.
Spare me. Just spare me with that, okay?
Nice
Spare
guy.
me.
You're a nice guy, Chris. I'm thinking we're good, right?
It's hard to hear.
No. I want to hear more of this. Go ahead. Oh, he's vomiting, I think. Go ahead. Okay, I think we're good now. Oh, well, that's ridiculous. Yeah. We like Chris, and I hope Chris is doing well. Chris called me the other night. He was actually, I think, at this, but I was not there. I couldn't answer the phone. He left me a nice message. So I think he's doing well.
Good. Calling a lot of people, apparently.
I guess so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm the guy like the younger guys go to now for advice.
Oh, I was referring to his call with Mincy.
Yeah, I heard about that too. Yes, yeah, making a lot of calls. But the young people view me as a mentor. As Mike knows, I'm always there to have long conversations.
Certainly,
and be a
yes.
mentor to people. Yeah.
Yes.
Hello. Mike understands. I don't want to fucking talk to these people.
What's up, guys?
What's that?
What's up?
What's up? They load up, Dave?
I load up.
All right, this guy's off to a big start. What's going on, buddy?
How the fuck did Alex Stein make it upstairs with a homeless guy?
So I think you can, right? Me and Steve just walked right in.
Me, you can go in. You go in.
Yeah.
You go in. You sign something, then you just go upstairs. The guy will have a pass to get in there.
There is like a desk.
I didn't even sign
desk on the right, and there's like a
You get up there with your ass out?
Yeah, the guy with him, I think, is a little strange.
I assume that happened in the elevator.
I think
Yeah, probably so. Probably so.
Yeah.
The funniest part of that whole thing was him talking to Frank, saying, "Frank, are you scared?" And Frank's just standing there.
It was incredible.
What a showdown.
Yeah, boy. Incredible moment. Thanks for the call.
That's such a great opportunity to take a shot at somebody's face and have no ramifications. And I'm disappointed nobody took that
There'd be
opportunity.
some ramifications.
Why? He's trespassing.
You can cold cock him, break his jaw.
Definitely.
Can you?
Curb stomp him, shoot him.
Is that right?
Yeah, he's trespassing.
No holds barred once you...
Take your shot. Why not?
Yeah, I suppose.
That's everybody giving everybody credit. I don't think anybody really stepped up other than Tico, Texas, and the
who stepped
security
up?
woman.
I thought Spider had a really good look.
Spider, too.
Running through, yeah.
Spider's got balls.
Yep.
That's what I saw Whitney saying that. Yeah.
No question. Spider, I love Spider's a good guy.
He was ready to go.
When I saw Spider the other night in Boston, I gave him this thing, and then went in for the hug.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, he got the hug.
Wow.
Good.
I don't know him at all. What's his focus?
I'm not really sure. He's always at the events. He does some auto racing.
Isn't he
stuff.
Dave's right-hand man basically now?
Yeah, he's kind of,
He's the go-to for like everybody. I feel
Great
like.
guy.
Yeah.
Great guy. One of my top 10 guys at Barstool. Top 5 guys at Barstool.
Wow.
Yeah. Hello.
Good morning. It is Dave's mother-in-law's dead guy.
Hi, how you doing?
Good. I have one thing for Kirk and a couple things for Dave, if I may.
Well, first of all, let me say to you, happy anniversary. Right, Dave, or no?
What would you like to get to?
Oh, spare me, Dave. It's just humor. It's just humor, Dave. Spare me.
You know, it sneaks up on you so quickly. It's been a year already.
Is it? When's the? Are we at past the year anniversary?
No, not yet.
Yeah, right. It's not.
It's nearby.
Close to Christmas.
Yep.
Oof. That's the other thing. 1 second. Dave's dead.
Yeah, please hold on.
Guy.
If you don't mind, we're just going to talk about something.
Sir, we don't want to lose.
Please stay there.
I know it's kind of like a movie cliche or whatever, but it does suck for a guy like Mutt to get fired around Christmas. That does stink.
Yeah, why do they do?
I think it's to what's her face's point earlier. It's just financial stuff.
The year end. Yeah.
But I mean, but you know what? And I thought about it, I was like, If he gets fucking January 3rd, doesn't really make any difference.
But it's also it's a little different than if somebody doesn't have a contract. He has a contract expiring at that point.
Yeah, that's true. But it's the same as being fired, though. I mean, they're telling you we don't.
No, but yeah, that does make sense if you're.
Yeah, we're just telling you we're not bringing you
him.
back. Yeah. But for him, like, I know they're saying he's not fired, but like they're saying we don't want you here. It's the same as being fired.
Yeah,
for
right.
him.
We're not going to continue to
pick it up.
Yeah.
He's not getting paid either way. So go ahead, please.
Mark, would you have any interest in me coming in on a Friday show to discuss Dave's dead mother-in-law, or no?
Specifically, for that.
I don't know really what you would. I don't know what you know.
Just for that.
What do you know that we wouldn't know? I don't know.
Not a ton, but I'm that guy, so figured. But we can
do
move
some
on.
research.
Also, he might want to. Yeah, he might want to learn.
Yeah, you do a little bit of research maybe, and then get back to us. Maybe you can write a book or something. I don't know. Dave, are you open to that or no?
Whatever he wants to do, it's a free country.
Okay.
Yep.
Did you buy the shirts?
I did buy the shirt.
Well, I mean, if you have a receipt, send it to Dave. We have to do that. Those are the rules.
Good to know. Okay, Dave, you're not tweeting still, which is of concern. I'd like you to tweet more, so please get on that. And then second, what do we have to do to get a camera on Dave Cullinane during the podcast? What do we got to do for that? I'd like to see Dave's reactions to things. He's a 9.5. I'd like to see him.
So the problem with that is, I don't want to get tech talk. Sorry, I don't want to do the tech talk.
Okay, well then don't.
There is a problem with it. Yeah.
Good. Okay. Hello.
Yeah.
I'm curious.
You know having lunch with today, Mike? John Meter Perel.
Really?
That's right. I haven't seen him since pre-pandemic, I don't think.
Interesting. I hope there's going to be no ill talk of EEI.
Certainly not. Certainly not. No.
Good.
No. Meter's quitting was one of the great breaks of my life, honestly.
Yes.
Wouldn't be sitting here.
He quit to do what?
He was just burnt. I think they didn't offer him a raise, and he was like, I'll give him credit. He was one of the few guys like, well, fuck you then, I'm out of here. He's kind of cobbled. He does play-by-play. Like, he does a lot of play-by-play on ESPN.
I didn't know if he left before that.
Yeah.
Or I couldn't remember.
I think that was his hope. Like, he's actually done pretty well for
teaching?
himself.
Doesn't he do a class at
I went to his
BC?
BC class a couple of years ago. He was doing that. I think so. I think he's doing that. And he's a hustler. Meter's a hustler. A great guy. You ever met him, Mike? Or no?
I've not met him. No, it was before my time.
All right, so if he dies, you're not going to quote tweet it then?
I don't think so.
Okay, fair enough. Hello.
Hey, Kirk. Good morning.
Good morning. Are you loaded up, Dave?
Load up.
Yes, good morning. Good morning. Today is the 14th of December. Unbelievable. 30 years ago tonight, Jim Russo and I were at the Boston Garden seeing Bruce Springsteen. 30 years ago tonight. Incredible. Go ahead, caller.
Kirk, a thank you for you, a request for you, and a suggestion, quickly.
Okay.
Thank you for reminding me of the value of tipping or the importance of tipping. I tip at restaurants and things like that, but now I'm a homeowner, and your whole talk about the mailman and the trash and all those things, I've been doing that, and I wouldn't have done it if you hadn't brought it up and shit on Dave for it. So thank you for that. Just
You're welcome.
never thought of it, so thank you for that.
Uh-huh.
My request would be, I've also read some of the books that you've mentioned from the last couple of years that I've been listening to the show. If you could do a top 10 list or your favorite books for the year, would certainly appreciate that.
I might do that. Maybe I'll do that. Okay.
Good reads.
Yeah, that would be great.
No
And then the
such thing.
suggestion was for your, I don't know if you found a dozen partner yet for your team, but someone mentioned Alex Bennett before, and maybe a better option, and because her husband's on all of her content all the time, she won't shut up about him. Maybe your boy Graham Bennett would be a good choice.
I don't know if he's, I just don't know what he knows and doesn't know.
Yeah.
Thanks for the call. I don't know. I like Graham, but I don't know what he brings to the table. I don't know.
That's right. He doesn't know masturbating. We know that.
That's true. Yeah.
Just knows crushing ass.
It's true.
You know?
Yeah, I don't think that's going to happen.
What was the latest Mean Girls video that I found absolutely appalling to watch?
How would we know?
I can say I don't watch any of them. So
Alex didn't know that coming, like a female, can come.
Okay, I mean it's just pretend. Go ahead. I don't want to discuss it. So dumb. Oh,
Doesn't make any sense.
so stupid.
I think she thought the only word possible was a female has an orgasm. There was not another term for a female having an orgasm.
Well, I don't want to discuss this.
But you knew orgasms existed.
Yes, she knew an orgasm existed.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Hello.
Hey, Dave.
Hello.
Hey, it's acronym guy. Hey, before I get to my acronym of the day,
I'm familiar with this caller.
I couldn't be quite perplexed, but the other day, in all sincerity, you said "God rest her soul" about Cher's mother. And days before, you buried a poor guy who was going through suicidal thoughts. You cared more about Cher's mother
That is
than
true.
a guy who
That is definitely true.
Dave, comment?
Can't turn back time, can we?
Wasn't that good, Mike? Jesus.
It's just Dave,
I didn't
it's
expect it from him.
Thank you, Michael.
I liked it.
Let's move forward, please.
That feels like a planted call. I don't know. That was too quick
Anyway,
for
Dave,
for Dave.
I'm really
That's
impressed.
what I'm saying. Yeah.
I'm a share guy. I'm a share guy.
You know what, Dave? I don't believe that was not a planted call.
This guy?
Yes.
I did meet this guy here dozen thing, but I've never.
That's what I mean, yeah.
No, this is not a planted call.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
All right.
The beauty of Dave is he has no idea. Go
Acronym of the
ahead.
day, Dave, is MAD. What does MAD stand for?
Oh, I remember this guy, Mike.
Mothers Against Drunk Driving. There's 2 D's there.
Bingo. Okay, and last one. I don't know if you'll get this. The word Yahoo, as in the old search engine, actually stands for something. What does it stand for?
Really? No, I definitely don't.
That's
know
a tough
that.
one.
That's a very.
I don't
didn't even know that.
I've seen it. No, I don't know.
Yet another hierarchical, organized oracle.
Jesus, that's
Wow.
tough. That's tough.
Merry Christmas, guys.
Fun facts. Love it.
Merry Christmas.
Yeah, we say Merry Christmas here. Santa Claus is white.
You remember that guy just from his voice? That's what you were alluding
No,
to?
I remember the acronym thing.
Oh, okay.
Last time I didn't. When he said it was acronym guy, I didn't remember that.
He was at the dozen. Introduced himself as acronym guy.
Good. Really upset he didn't do that to me. Hello.
You were behind the scenes.
It's a shame. Hello.
Hey, Kirk, it's Nustin.
Oh, how you doing, Dustin? Gee, it's been a while. How
I
much?
wanted to say thank you.
Yeah. What's going on with you?
I'm a producer now for the radio.
Whoa.
For the radio? Where, in Milwaukee?
Real life producer, yeah.
Where?
Yeah.
What station?
It's just some Christian radio, so not actually on air for anything for you guys to pull.
Okay. What station?
Joy 1340.
1340 AM, Joy 1340 AM in Wisconsin. It's a Milwaukee station?
Yes, sir.
Nice. Okay. What's your shift?
I'm actually currently on it. It's a 9 to 5.
Produced from 9 to 5.
It's a long day.
Mm-hmm.
Just like board hopping, or
What's
board hopping.
what's the schedule at the station?
Why don't you promote the FM too? What's going on here?
It's 98.7 FM.
Thank you.
Do I have here's the weekday program guide, Mike. So
Is Terry Fisher an asshole?
Is Joyce Meyer on now? Or is it Melva Henderson? Who's on?
Right now it should be Terry Fisher.
Terry Fisher, Church in Wisconsin. Terry Fisher. And then there's a lot of people on during the day. A tremendous amount of people, Nustin. Are you looking at this?
I'm going to be coming in like 5 minutes.
Are you looking at this, Dave? It's
Yeah,
like there's
that's
like
how
30
those-
people a day.
Yeah, that's how that operation works. Is it paid time? Are they buying that time?
Yeah.
What do you
like 1 hour shows?
What do you think,
This
Dave?
is my lingo.
What do you
This is my
think? What do you
world.
think? They're paying them to come in for 15 minutes?
Well, I mean, I don't know. Some Catholic radio. Yeah.
How is Debbie Lassiter to deal with?
I don't deal with Debbie Lass. Actually, no, she's a doctor.
How about
She calls
Eloise?
in.
How about
Calls
Eloise
in every Monday.
Landers?
I like that he's like, oh, you mean Dr. Debbie
Lois
Lassiter?
is great. I just had her yesterday.
It's Pray Until Something is her program.
Push. Pray until something happens.
Push. You're right.
I've heard this guy.
He's very radio now, too. He likes to get all the branding right.
Who's the star of the station? Ronald Dart, Born to Win, James Brewer.
I don't think there is a
Jim
star
Brewer
station.
works there?
Yes. He's Republican.
World.
Okay. Well, good. That's good. This is an incredible lineup. Jesus. So what's going on?
I was just calling to say thank you. I mean, you pretty much got me this job.
I did. Yep. I made a call. What? What's
You're a big mentor for me.
Thank you. Well, great. How is your? You still with that? Your wife there?
Yeah, I actually called in last week about it.
You did?
Did?
Yeah.
We talked to you last week?
You read 109 books this year.
Oh, that was her. Okay. Huh. Okay.
Did you tweet me and say you were working on an article of some kind? Is that you?
I'm still in school, and so I'm writing an article about Penn Entertainment and the validity of their gambling prowess.
He's gonna be the anti-Joan Vanacchi.
Oh, you can. Oh, good.
Expose the frauds.
Good. Well, you might want to stay away from that in the Christian world. I don't know. I have no idea. Wait, thank you. So no more slicing meat, huh? The days are over. Our boy's grown up, Mike.
That's wow, right before our eyes.
Incredible. Former employee of the show, I believe, right or no? That never happened, or am I making that up? What
I
happened?
don't know about an employee.
Oh, okay.
But he was an intern, right?
I don't know. Was he? Were you an intern ever?
Intern for a month.
For a month, okay.
Yeah.
For Dave or for Steve? Steve.
I assume that's what he's thanking you for, right? You brought him in.
I have no memory of this, but that's good. Well, congratulations. If you ever need me to come on 1340 AM, I'll definitely do a show if you want.
Absolutely. If you ever come to Milwaukee, you have a studio. So.
Oh, fantastic. All right, Nustin. Congratulations. I don't like normal Nustin.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Well, good for him. What a career to get into. AM Christian rock program. Well,
maybe him and Mutt can.
Got to start somewhere. That's true.
That station's not going anywhere.
You feel good about that?
So. Yep.
Yeah. Religious people, man. Hello.
This is not why I called, obviously, but I'm looking at the schedule. It's 15-minute shows.
Yeah, so I just said.
Every 15 minutes.
It's incredible.
Yep.
It's incredible. Dave's nodding like he's done this before.
Oh, it's a brilliant radio strategy. It's cheaper. It's a volume play, obviously.
I mean, no one's listening to it.
Yeah, there's people listening to it.
No one is listening.
Just to pay the host like a 4-hour minimum?
No, they pay you.
They're paying.
Even better.
It's an info. It's an infomercial.
Two things. While we're talking radio, a question for Dave and then a question for Kurt. Dave, on Friday night, did you feel compelled at all to go to the Wilbur and watch Toucher and Rich's live show?
I did.
Nothing came over you?
I have said that I was a Matt Siegel fan. I listened to Kiss 108 growing up. That's kind of why I wanted to get into radio. So I wanted to support the guy post-retirement. That's all.
Gotcha. Kirk, real question here. I know you guys, my favorite bits that, for lack of a better term, that you guys do are the kind of, breaking down radio and that kind of thing. That whole Brookline, police calls that they do, are those real or are those fake? Do you have any insight on that?
I don't know. I assume they're fake, right? Or I assume they're pulled and I don't know. I've never really listened to the bit. I don't think. Do we ever do it on this show?
No, I assume they're real. I'm out there getting all the phone calls, and then obviously they're just picking through what's the
right. Yeah, I guess. Yeah. I forgot that. I guess they had a good show at the Wilbur. I mean, a big show at the Wilbur the other night. Good for them. I like Fred. I got no issues with Fred.
Hey, and 17.
Goodbye.
Okay. 17 what?
I don't know.
All right. They're loaded up?
We'll never know.
They are loaded up.
All right. Hello. Let's go. Or not. Yes, you're on the air.
Oh, Dice Sullivan from Buffalo here. I got a little poem for you. Hey, honey, go grab me another scotch and water, will you?
Hello, Dice.
Twinkle, twinkle, little star. Will she blow me in the car? I bought her dinner. She had fun. My balls are boiling. I'd like to come.
No O at the end of that, Dice? No? All right. Dice Sullivan.
Interesting, yes.
That's what Jerry Sullivan should do at this point now. Why not? I mean, you're never coming back from this one.
It seems like he kind of has been, and he's finally got caught.
That's true. Those damn national anthems.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hey, how you doing? I got to give Nadeau his credit.
Okay.
Well, all these fake tough guys at Barstool headquarters were patting themselves on the back because they pushed Alex Stein into the lobby. Justin Gaethje was calling out Dave, and the only person that had Dave's back on Twitter was Nadeau, going after a real tough guy, UFC fighter. So
That's true. I did see that.
Be a real rider.
I did see that. Yes. Well, Jeff's great. We love Jeff here.
It is on Twitter. I don't know if it's quite the same.
He would do it in real life. I've seen. Yeah, he would do that in real life.
You would take him on?
Jeff Nadeau is a tough guy.
Okay.
Tough, legitimate tough guy.
I believe it.
Yeah.
I know he's fucking.
I think he was in the UFC. I think for a while. I believe. I have to
that.
look at that record. I believe he was. Yes. Good point, caller. Really good point. Hello.
Hey, Kirk. It's Sean Gismonti here. Aside from our mutual hatred for that bitch Christopher, we also love supermarkets, and I just wanted to let you know that supermarket on the Watertown Belmont border is actually a Star Market and not a Stop and Shop.
Oh, you're right. I keep calling it Star Market. That is true. You're right. I apologize.
Hey, hold up. I got
Sure.
some jerk off pushing the wrong stock here. Logistics was last week, jackass. You got an even more dog shit penny stock.
Didn't mean to
today.
get in the way. All right, thank you.
You're supposed.
Was he quoting there?
Wabistics.
Okay.
Sopranos. Yes. Is my understanding. Hello.
Hey, boys. Kirk, quick holiday tipping question.
Sure.
I have this fat disabled guy who just shows up at my work like once or twice a week for a few hours.
Look at this babe.
He doesn't do much, but he just shows up and hangs out for a
Right.
bit. I feel bad.
Mm-hmm.
I tell people to go to his OnlyFans where he reviews comic books.
Okay.
But, I wasn't sure if I should tip him at all.
No, I would not do that. No. Let that go. Let that fly. You're fine.
Okay, how about there's another guy who just lets me in work and like turns on the lights.
Yeah.
But how about him?
No, certainly not. Certainly not.
Okay, sounds good. All right, love you boys. Happy holidays.
Goodbye. What are you doing for Christmas, Mike?
Usual. Seeing the family.
Yeah, back to Western Mass?
Yeah.
You going away, Dave?
Vermont.
You are back to Vermont.
Back to Vermont.
There you go. Hello.
Hey, Mike. What are your plans tonight?
Tonight? Oh, I'm going to be a man at Laugh Boston.
Oh. Are you going?
Representatives from the Blind Mike Project will be there.
You will not be there?
I will not be.
Oh.
I think the Craigster will be. Some gearheads.
Jesus.
You know?
Anything else, caller?
Nope, gone.
Okay. They load up, Dave?
Load up.
I recommend you go as well. I think it'd be a lot of fun.
Sure. I'll definitely be there. Love that. To hang out with Craig and what's his face there?
It's fun.
The guy who came in here with the scally cap from Woburn, the guy who blew the Madawaska thing. What's his name?
Rob.
Yeah, Rob. It sounds like a great night. Jesus.
Rob bought 2 shirts.
Did he? Well, the rules not apply for everyone, Dave. It's not how it works. Hello.
Send a Christmas card again, too.
Oh, Jesus. Hello.
Hey, boys, it's Stephen Paddock. Wanted to check in briefly.
Steve. Good morning.
Good morning to you. It's good to hear from you. I had a quick business proposition for you, Kirk. And in order for you to accept the business proposition, I do want to clear the air about a purported incident that took place. But
I was hoping so.
Barstool is going into gambling, and I have quite a bit of experience in that field.
Well,
and yes, someone I've always enjoyed. Would you be willing to possibly, go into this business together in some fashion?
I'm doing a Google search on you now, Steve. All I see is real estate, really. So it seems like you're clean. I'm open to the conversation.
Sure. There's been a lot of rumors about what I did in 2017 or what they said I did, but please let me clarify. I hate country music. I'm more of a Christian rock man myself. I was looking down at this concert, and there was a woman there, a very, very lusty woman.
Oh, good.
And
Very
men,
lusty woman,
a
did you say?
variety of
That's
men.
right.
She was exceptionally lusty. I mean, it was
The most
dripping
lusty.
down her.
Yes.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, sure.
Pardon me, Michael. I deserve the floor.
I've got a bit of a bone to pick with you, Stephen, but go ahead. I'll let you finish.
Jeez, don't talk to me. Be an asshole.
There was a bone being picked at the moment. There was men. They were all over this one woman, multiple men, dozens, in fact.
Mm-hmm.
And I saw this. I said, I cannot allow this to happen. So I took out one of my firearms. I'm a Second Amendment man. And I started firing at the crowd. And I hit at least half of the men that were on top of this woman. And
Thank you.
I believe this was a consensual act in retrospect.
Okay.
On her behalf.
It's very kind of you to be concerned.
Ran out of steam. But thank you. Hey, call me time, Steve.
I did like that he's a Second Amendment man.
Well, yeah, I would hope he is.
Displaying responsible gun ownership.
I mean, hello. Jesus. Oh, God. Yes?
Hello?
Hello.
I called today in praise of the Mutt Man.
Oh,
if I may.
sure. Yeah, you're like the only person like listen to his show and we're like he's a good host. He talks about the Red Sox.
I love the wonky stuff. I do.
Yep.
But first thing I'd like to say, fuck Jerry. Officially, fuck Jerry.
Oh, wait, hold on. Now,
Tim's on my side of the street
Tim,
here.
hold on for a second. You've now intrigued me. Continue. Fuck Jerry Callahan. Why is that?
Yeah. Okay, his praise of Mutt was to say he was a good guy. Nothing about, is Mutt talented. He sucked Lou's dick.
He doesn't think much. He doesn't think much talented though.
He said good host.
I know he doesn't, but
you want to lie?
But no. But Jerry is always effusive about anybody in the industry because he's always sucking ass to get his next job in radio, which is like you always say, it's the only place he ever wants to be.
That is true.
But when it comes to Mutt, he's got this burr under his ass where he can't praise him.
I think there's something
hostage.
There is something to that. I do think there is something to that. To Mike's point earlier too. I do believe that. But go ahead.
Yeah, and remember after they put Mutt on after you were gone, Jerry was so angry at Mutt.
He was very cunty.
That he was putting that.
They all were to Mutt for saying they blamed Mutt.
Well, I'll tell you something else. I was somebody tweeted this to me an hour or two ago. Tim, Curtis tweeted and said nothing about Mutt.
Oh, really?
Which is fucking crazy. Like Curtis and Mutt were like, first of all, really good friends.
I assume they're not anymore.
No, Mutt hates him. Yeah. But you worked with him. Like you should tweet. That's a fucking dick move. Yeah. But he's a dick. I mean, you know that, Mike. What's that, Tim? Go ahead.
Of course.
Yeah, I mean, they worked with the guy for so long. You can just say something nice, right?
Yeah, do what I did. Make something up. I mean, Jesus.
Yeah. Jerry also, this is a little bit different, but it's been driving me crazy. You just mentioned about his tweets. Did you ever notice with the Babylon Bee tweets when he retweets it, he has become the person doesn't he hate Rex Chapman?
Yeah, that's who he is. He's a right-wing Rex. You're right. Right-wing Rex is what we call Jerry. That's true.
There you go. And when he retweets Babylon Bee, he doesn't ever comment because if you notice, it looks as though Jerry was the one that came up with like the headline. It looks like his own.
Right.
You really have to look at what he's retweeting, but he never clarifies. So he's a little deceptive, and he's definitely right wing Rex. And the last thing, I'm burning my signed Dunkin' Donuts Munchkin.
Oh no, Tim!
Whoa,
you're gonna regret that someday. That could be worth a lot of money.
You took a picture with this guy and everything.
Yep. Well, I'm not deleting the picture.
Okay,
but
fair enough.
I am burning the. Yeah.
All right, good enough. Thanks for the call.
If I can capture,
good. No, good. Yeah, good. Oh, you got rid of him? Oh,
if I can capture what Tim's saying in one word, it would be "Vamos, Jerry."
That was serious, Tim, right there, Mike.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, you're right. Once in a while, he let you in. He loves Mutt.
That's right.
Which I understand. There is something to that. When Mutt's big break professionally, really, his moment would have been the morning show with Jerry, right? I mean, he did midday, but nothing's bigger than the morning in radio.
Sure.
But it was impossible. A, I left, and there was all that stuff. B, I was an incredible dick to that show. Like I was going for blood. And C, Jerry was still bitter and never embraced Mutt. And they tried to do like stuff kind of like we did, and it just didn't work. Jerry wasn't good at it. Ken and Chris aren't me. Like it just didn't work. And it just, and I get that. I get where Tim's coming from on that one. I think Jerry likes Mutt. I just don't think he thinks he's like, and by the way, he wasn't great in that spot. Just wasn't.
And it was weird to hear Curtis like he is now. Like if there was someone that Curtis was goofing on now that we never knew, that would be one thing.
Right.
But him goofing on Mutt after he never had before was weird,
And if I'm right, and he didn't say anything about Mutt today, that's just a fucking dick. I mean, but he's a dick.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's up?
Hello. This is Dave Cullinane's burner Twitter account, Boston Radio Watch. 45 years ago today, Saturday Night Fever opened at a theater near you. Speaking of a theater near you, day 348, only 17 to go.
Wow, we're getting so close. We're wrapping this one up, Mike.
The end is coming near for Cullinane.
One would hope. Thanks for the call. It's amazing to think where Chris was when he started and where he is now.
I know.
Unbelievable.
Quite a journey it's been. Quite a year.
Quite a journey.
You know what? In some way, he knew it would be an amazing year.
That's true. Big year for him.
Yeah.
Big year for him. Hello.
Can you hear me?
I think so.
This is Marty Mush Dice Clay. Oh.
A lot of dice is calling today.
So I'm eating this girl's ass, right?
Yep.
And this was no ordinary shit, Kirk.
Yep.
This was diarrhea.
Ooh, that sounds tough, Marty Mush
Thank
Dice.
you, boy. Would you come flush the toilet? I got a shit in my mouth. Oh. How about a poem, Kirky? Would you like to hear a poem?
I might go to hear a Marty Mush Dice poem.
Why not?
Yeah, I'm in. Go ahead.
Hickory dickory dack. Hubs is mean to the blacks. Rhea read him a book. Hank turned the page. I fucked her right in the ass. Oh,
That's my right one. Okay.
I was thinking on her back or something. Yeah.
First draft. Well, thank you, Dice. I appreciate it. Thanks for the call. All right, Dave. One or two more. Though they're loaded up, huh?
Last one.
Oh, good. Last one. Thank you, God. Hello.
Hey, I have a call-name gripe, if you wouldn't mind hearing it.
No, never. Always. Whatever.
So he had a take about a year and a half ago that I don't think he got nearly enough grief for.
Mm-hmm.
He talked about how he would take his 4 or 5-year-old son over to his brother's house to hang out with the 9 or 10-year-old nephew. And he said, oh, yeah, like, my older nephew, he loves hanging out with my son who's half his age. I'm like, oh, they love it. And, of course, the next episode, Colin says, oh, yeah, my stupid son, like, he got clocked in the face by his his cousin.
That's a good point.
I don't remember that.
Is that true, Dave?
I'm assuming it was an accident. I don't remember that moment, but yep.
And then one more, if you'll allow it.
Sure.
Well, I was thinking about this, and I was talking with my brother about it. I remember the first time I got an after, a part-time job in high school.
Yeah.
The first thought I had, finally, I can just buy my dad some stupid $25 gift, so I don't have to make him a fucking card anymore.
Oh, you thought your dad's birthday? Yeah.
You weren't excited?
Yeah. Thanks for the call. There you go. Oh, sorry, buddy. I know Dave hated to hang up on you. Well, thanks for the calls. BetterHelp. You go to BetterHelp.com. Dave, I don't have the full read here.
Oh, is there only... Okay, hold on.
Print out page
Oh,
2.
the printer wasn't working today?
Oh, you know what it is? I thought it was one page.
It's 2. Mike, the printer was working. Sorry.
All right, premature laugh.
Once again. Still funny. The
I still
idea
felt
of
what it would have been like.
What's the chaos around it is funny.
It actually wasn't working yesterday.
Oh, Mike, you weren't even here yesterday. Like, it
I
wasn't
know,
working.
I wish. I always miss. Always the bridesmaid.
That's the cruelest thing of all, isn't it? When the printer's not working, you're not there.
I know.
You go to BetterHelp.com/Kirk10. BetterHelp.com/Kirk10. When you go there, you fill a brief questionnaire to match with a therapist. If things aren't clicking, which can definitely happen, I'm telling you. If that happens and you want to get out of there, don't do that. Take your time. Find somebody else. It may take 2, it may take 3, but when it clicks with the right person, then you're on your way. And you're going to find out things about yourself you never consider a possibility. And therapy is, I think, the most important thing there is. It is absolutely mental health starts and ends there for you. If you're not feeling a good spot there, no chance. Nothing's going to work. So go to BetterHelp.com/Kirk10, BetterHelp.com/Kirk10. You save 10% off your first month with BetterHelp, the world's largest therapy service. Over 3 million people have been matched with professionally licensed and vetted therapists, available 100% online, totally affordable. BetterHelp.com/Kirk10, BetterHelp.com/Kirk10. The show is sponsored by BetterHelp. We thank them as always for joining us. All year they've been a partner, which we do appreciate. Hopefully that's the same going forward. There's so much you can do. You learn coping skills, self-empowerment, dealing with trauma, which is a very real thing, of course. I've benefited greatly from therapy. I've been doing it forever. I'm going to keep doing it because I need to talk about things, and that's where BetterHelp comes in for you. BetterHelp.com/Kirk10 to get that deal. So what is going on tomorrow on this program?
Julie.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dave seems excited.
Do you feel like this will be a disaster or no? Will I be grumpy? Will it be 40 minutes?
I don't know. I think she's, like I said, she's a confident individual, and I think it'll go well.
Do you have any crazy stories? I
gotta hope so. She must have heard today's show, hopefully, and we'll bring some.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. What are your thoughts, Mike? Any chances it works or no?
You've yet to have someone where you couldn't do a show with them, you know?
Well, I mean, that's...
I understand.
Picasso
I'm just saying, you said 40 minutes. I don't think that's happened. You know? I can't think of an instance.
That's probably true. I don't know. We're about the same time tomorrow, Dave?
Yes.
Okay. Anything else on your end before we talk to Mike about blindmike.net, which I want to spend some time on, dig into?
Thank you.
Have many questions?
I don't believe so.
No?
Nothing. No.
Okay. You never have anything. You just
We talk about it.
vessel.
I mean, I would bring it
I don't know,
during
just
the show.
promotional, show-wise, anything, no?
I don't think so.
Listen to the case, folks.
Sure, go listen to the
Definitely
case.
do
Yeah,
that.
definitely. Please do that. Oh, boy. Right down to the wire yesterday, Mike. What time
sounds
recording?
like it, yeah.
11:45 we're recording?
11:47.
Is that when you sent it out?
11:47, I think, was when we stopped.
Yeah.
Well, you mentioned doing more of a history angle. I'd recommend it. A little easier than what you boys are doing.
No kidding, Jesus. BlindMike.net, of course. Go subscribe. Go tomorrow night, back 6 o'clock, and that's just on the same page or somewhere else on YouTube.
For now, we're until the end of the year.
You have your own
WATP.
Okay, all right. Get some advertisers for that, or
I don't know. Yeah, I know he has advertisers for his. I guess we'll have to see what the numbers are.
Yeah,
yeah.
I could build. It's a slow build.
Yeah,
but people like the first episode. I could tell.
Yes.
So, what, you have any teasing what this one's going to be, or no?
We will probably talk about Alex Stein because I know Carl loves Alex Stein, so we'll get. I don't quite understand why, so I'm sure we'll get into that a little bit.
Yeah.
R. Kelly released a song.
I did listen to that song. I heard it.
We'll talk about some of that.
Tune. Terrific. You'll defend it, I would hope.
But yes, of course.
Yeah.
And I don't know, a bunch of. We'll see. I might have a candidate for another person that we'll target in the future, possibly.
Does Craig, speaking of BlindMike.net, does Craig get Ruffled when he hears that Jerry just as actively would sign for a new producer tomorrow? Does that bother him or no?
I think so. He shrugs it off.
What are you smiling at? A big smile on your face.
He definitely gets aggravated.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm sure on some level, but I think he kind of eye rolls.
But Dave was saying that with some knowledge, I think.
Well, I just think he's a producer, so I think he gets frustrated. I think he's actually probably more frustrated with when he didn't have the full cut, like that reaction, than getting frustrated.
That I know
with
he gets
this.
frustrated.
Yeah,
Frustrated Jerry, you mean?
Yes.
Because that's just not his fault.
Right.
No? Do you think Dave or no?
Craig's fault?
Yeah.
If I were Craig, I probably would get the full version of whatever Jerry
The
has.
fault would be not having more, but it's also Jerry's fault for saying, hey, I want to play this tomorrow and only sending 20 seconds. You know?
Yeah, I mean, if Jerry sent you a Twitter clip, I would the first instinct would be to go get the full version of whatever that clip is.
Right.
And then if you can't find it,
Craig
then
doesn't seem like the, going the extra mile kind of guy.
No, if you tell him what you want, that's what he'll get pretty much. Yeah. He's not going to send you like, hey, Jerry, I think you'd like this story.
I think Steve and Jerry are going to do a podcast together.
That'd be very interesting. What would it be called?
I think it'd be better. Obviously, they're not going to be in
White
the same
robe?
room.
I don't know. I don't know what you would call it. Burning Cross? I don't know. What?
It'd be better if they were in the same room, but unfortunately, that's not going to happen.
No.
Yeah.
No. Jerry was willing to go meet Carano halfway, though, I think, at one point.
Jerry should just live in Maine.
You should at this point.
Also, don't you think Steve could find somebody? He could even find a liberal to argue with potentially.
Yeah, I don't think you want. I'm just saying. I have no idea. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know that. But anyway,
Jerry's established in the biz.
That's true. That's true. Okay. Yes, I think we'll have. I think we're going to have plenty to talk about tomorrow. I will just say that. Plenty to talk. Plenty to talk.
I was hoping you would say that.
I forgot.
What?
Well,
Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I just hope Julie's a gambling fan and has a take on it.
I hope so, because I am going to be. I have many thoughts.
Okay,
I'll just say that, and I think it's going to upset some people. But listen. You gotta say what you think, right, Mike?
Sure, absolutely.
But it's my guess. I'm just guessing. I could be wrong. I've been on it lately. I've been breaking stories left and right.
Yeah.
And I saw Colleen's burner account tweet out that Chad Finn had this story for 3 weeks and sat on it, which I completely believe is true.
Sure.
Everybody knew about this. So, he just waited for EI to say, you can do it, and then do it. So, I don't know.
Well, when he I'm not that he's listening to the show, but I'm sure people tweeted him. When you say
question.
Why not ask him, even if you don't know it then?
Of course. No, he knew it. He had a cold and waited till the world has changed, where he's waiting for EI to tell him to do something, which is fine, whatever. I mean, it's just another journalist, that's all.
Is Mike angry?
At who?
At Odyssey in any way?
I don't know. You never know with him. I didn't really get that sense. I kind of got the sense that he was like, this is just life. Like, I think he thinks he'd be better than Rich Keefe at the night show, which is true. But Mike Thomas made a choice and chose.
He would, if they said, "Well, we're going to move you exclusively to Red Sox baseball," like it appears.
I think he
was doing. He would have done it.
Oh yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Yeah, I think he was looking for a job. I think
I feel like Mutt's not really a head in the clouds guy that wouldn't have known. Like he listens to this show. I think he knew at the very least EEI might fail, even if it's not him getting fired. Like the station might go under.
Also, also when you're in that business and it's November, December, and you haven't heard word one about whether or not they're picking up your contract for next year, I think you have some idea.
Yeah.
Right.
Which way the wind's blowing. But when I've talked to him, I've not sensed anger. It's more kind of like, this is life. I mean, I think he had a good run, but yeah, But I got some of that on Twitter too. What Mike was saying, what Tim McCann was saying, some of that, like what the fuck from Jerry. But I don't know. I don't know what Jerry's really supposed to do there. We're supposed to say that he's like a great. I don't know.
I actually didn't pick up on what Tim was saying as much. I just thought that like he's a great host. It's like, well, you hated doing a show with him, so is he that great?
True.
You know?
Yeah, but I think he always meant it that way. Like he's like a good host, like Red Sox pregame, or like a host to like.
See, if that's something he said before, I just didn't know.
Take calls,
that makes
like
more
move
sense.
traffic around, like that kind of. I don't think he ever. He never. When I listened to that show, and I tried to not listen to that show much because it really would get me worked up. Like two of my best friends were hosting a show I used to host, and I got kicked out of there basically.
Yeah.
But it just felt like Jerry didn't view Mud as an equal.
Oh, for sure.
And when you do that, when that happens, like you're kind of dead. Like it just unless
Jerry's going to run the show.
Yeah, which wasn't going to happen.
Right.
And like, and also if it becomes like a playful, it was just angry. It wasn't playful. Like I didn't view Mud as an equal, but like it was funny. Like it's funny. You know what I mean? Like it doesn't, I don't know. Who knows?
Didn't they basically have the same ratings that Greg Hill has now?
Well, Greg Hill, he does have a good book, this book.
Yeah.
But yeah. But, also though, I heard a clip the other day where Curtis was bragging about their ratings and said it was their best ratings in like 5 years. And he said that time was when I left. He's like, that year the Patriots and the Red Sox won their championships. And that was the year I was gone. And I remember Jerry and Muck congratulating each other on those ratings. Never mentioned that then. It's like people are always in radio, always moving the goal, which I get. But I think they're gonna be in the whole station's gonna be in like 9s and 10s this book.
Wow.
They had Patriots and they had the quarterback controversy and all that stuff. But it's just a weird time. They had the best rating since I left, and then now they fire everybody, which proves it's just money, I think. I don't think there's anything else to it.
Mazel tov.
So I don't know when Fourier and Keefe and all these guys announce their stuff. I have no idea.
Next week, I guess. Or maybe in the new year?
I guess, but I think next week is generally like, I guess the week after people are off then. I don't even know.
Well, I would assume Gresh and Keefe will be on all next week, or Monday to Wednesday or whatever,
Friday or something. Yeah,
and then they would in the new year they would start.
I think they'll start post I think January 3rd or whatever that Tuesday is, right?
Yeah,
Monday or Tuesday, I guess. I don't know anyway, but yeah. I feel like this, as always. So tomorrow, who is it?
This is Julie.
Julie, do we know anything about her?
Why does he say it like that every time?
Well,
I feel like there's some sort of deal worked out. This is Julie.
I feel like Cullen's been talking to her behind the scenes.
I actually haven't. I kind of feel bad, right?
Why?
I mean,
you should feel
she
bad.
She has the address. She has
That's something
the
you should feel very
time.
guilty
I don't know.
for.
I guess. We
know nothing about her.
Nothing.
Okay,
She
could
listens
be
to the show?
She could be dreadful.
Oh, yeah. She could absolutely be dreadful.
Do you think-
Added two
what's your-
shirts to her wardrobe lately.
That's true.
We know that.
What does your instinct tell you? Your tremendous instinct tell you about this woman?
Probably the only concern is like maybe she would try a little too hard because she seems very confident, like I keep saying.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, as my guy Jerry Sullivan would say, she is a woman.
That's true. A bit of a cheerleader.
She's just an airhead coming in here, not knowing what the fuck she's talking about.
You go with the Mike Geary approach. Less is more.
That's right.
You don't want to burden with over expectations.
Damn straight.
It works that way. All right. Well, so Julie is in tomorrow. I don't know. Somebody's got to figure this out on Twitter. How many different co-hosts we've had in the show since it started? Got to be.
It's quite a lot now.
What? 30? No. You think? I bet.
You know what? I would
That's
bet
about
less than
right.
that, actually.
Really?
Yeah, because you're not the. No one except Carabas was in when I was going, and Clemmer was in once.
Clemmer?
Yeah, DEC is the only guy I think.
We had like Justin Durand and Stephen Providence and Tim
I was going to
McCann.
say, while I was here, I think DEC was the only guy that ever filled in for me.
We had AJ. We had.
Was she a co-host though?
She did a show.
Did she?
She did the whole show.
I thought she was in for like a.
Before you wined her and dined her at that lunch place.
That's right.
Yeah.
So what a weird. That's when Mike was just in a weird spot in his life.
I was going to finish that phrase, but I chose not to.
Smart. Then we had like another transgender parent.
I saw these people as guests more.
I guess. Yeah, maybe. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Adrian was
If
her
that's
name,
the case, thank you. If that's the case, then 30 is probably strong.
Yeah.
I think.
I'd say more like 15 to 20.
Like Tim Riddles and that idiot Rob we just said.
Well, again, Rob produced. You got to define
Yeah, but
these
that counts as a
things.
co-host. He was
Okay,
there.
all right.
He was there that day.
All right.
Like, would you count Cullinane when he was in? No, that was a guest that time when he was.
Yes.
Yeah.
What? Yes, what?
When he was pitching
I was a guest.
himself.
You were a guest, okay.
Not even a guest. He was auditioning.
So you never co-hosted the show?
No.
You were in over there.
No, which is a big mistake by you. Not
He
to-
couldn't handle this. You think he could handle this?
That's true. I remember Cullinane was all that day. Was the only thing I remember that day He was all rattled because he had to go do work somewhere else or something that day. You felt like you were saying you were in a rush. I remember that. You were doing us a favor by being there.
See, picks up quick.
I feel like someone will tweet me the most random one that we've completely forgotten. That's for sure. I bet sometime at like 19 or 20 or something. No.
Yeah.
Well, you had like I don't think what's his name.
Well, obviously Shaddix and Whitney's and
Yep.
People like that.
Yeah.
R.A.
Yeah. Carabas Clemmer, Steve, Tim.
Steve. I bet you. I bet
Jerry.
you. Steve Robinson. Jerry. I bet you it's closer to 30 than you think.
Okay, maybe.
I feel like I'm forgetting somebody else. I know I'm forgetting somebody else. But yeah, like Guy Geller wouldn't count, obviously.
John Stewart, Montante.
John Stewart, Montante a couple
Snell.
of times. Greg.
Yep.
Greg.
Oh, I gotta check
Polar.
out Greg. Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like it sort of adds up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot about Snell. Jesus.
Rico Portnoy.
Portnoy. Yep. Rico. That's true. What are you laughing at? Can't have Rico on anymore.
I miss when he was young.
He's an
yeah.
Odyssey guy. He'll never work for the company.
I know.
Remember when?
But you're also forgetting like Mike. Like, are we counting like
getting
Casey
emotional.
Smith, Brandon Walker, Dan Katz down in
in
Florida? It
Yeah.
adds up.
KFC.
Justin, though, right?
Justin Trudeau.
Yeah, he
no.
sat there once. He did
Did?
sit there once.
For a
Did.
show?
Yes,
Yes,
he
he
did.
did.
There's a whole
did.
show with Justin sitting there?
Yeah.
Yep.
That's unbelievable. I co-hosted a show with him once, basically, too, when he's just producing in South Carolina.
Yeah.
In New York, was Mikey Fowler technically a?
He produced while
He-
KFC was in.
He was a co-host, though.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel like, is there anybody else from Barstool people? I'm telling you, I bet you it's, I'm going to say,
Yeah, maybe it is 30.
it could be 30. Another one tomorrow?
Depends on how you're counting them up, I suppose.
Well, you would count like those people in Florida, right, or no? Or are they
Yeah.
guests?
No, I would say that because they were in for the whole show and
I think they were.
yeah,
I don't know. The Florida one
there were
was weird.
topics.
Florida was weird because they didn't really do it. Like, it was just bizarre. It was a fucking bizarre week. Anyway, who knows? Go to blindmike.net. That I know.
Thank you.
Go subscribe, please. Do all other stuff.
Subscribe for the year, you get 2 months free. I never say that. I always forget.
Well, say it again. I'm sorry. I didn't hear it.
Subscribe for the full year.
For the full year,
You get 2 months free.
you 2 months totally free.
Yes.
You're
That's how
offering
it
those 2 months free if you don't subscribe for the whole year, though.
No.
You're just handing it out. You got to put your money in.
Hey, if you message me, I'll consider it.
No, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Jeff D. Lowe is saying, best time to record next week? Oh, perfect days for us, Dave. Ideally Monday or Tuesday for trivia.
Okay.
Ideally Monday or Tuesday.
But he does nights for you, right?
Yeah.
That sucks.
Fucking
That seems
toast.
the opposite of ideal. Tuesday maybe after the show.
Well, no, we do it at night, yeah. Shit. I'm not answering yet. I don't even know we're playing. I don't know who we're playing. I don't know who the third person is on the team. Oh, Quiggs, right?
Quiggs. I say you just leave. Why reinvent the wheel? Just keep him on.
If he plays well, I think we're just going to roll with it.
Yeah.
I think. I don't know.
It's his time to shine.
I guess. And what, does he have a board game coming up tomorrow?
Yes. Oh, actually, is it today? Thursday. I think he
do you
did
mean?
say. Yeah, the dozen card
dozen
game.
board game?
Card game.
Oh, card game.
Card game.
I think, right?
Okay. All right. Good. Retweet that. We like Jeff.
Feels like there have to be a lot of cards.
I know. Games like that, I don't quite get the shelf life of them, but maybe there's a million of them. I don't know. Jeff, I don't think would do it half-assed, I wouldn't
Right.
think. But yeah, I don't know. Anyway. All right. Well, so we're back tomorrow with Jesus Christ.
Julie.
I want to say Deby because of the thing earlier.
Oh, you wish.
Oh, those stories?
We need to find Deby and Iona and Alexis.
Yes.
We need to track them down.
Yes. We're bringing them in studio together.
Yeah, well, Iona has a gigantic social media following, so you'll find her pretty easily, probably.
Yeah, that's true. She's like Harry Styles. I mean, if we can get Iona in here. The thing is, I would rather have Iona on than Harry Styles. It's not even close.
Oh, for sure.
Did you ever get back to that idiot Montante about that? The guy with 20 million followers? Did he ask?
Yeah, I said no, thank you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Where's Montante been? He's been in lately. He's a Jerry guy, though. We lost him, too. Another guy we lost.
Lives far away.
Well, we suspect he did call like a week ago.
That was a low moment. That's a good point. I fucking forgot about that. Well, I think we'll have much, as I said today, much to discuss tomorrow.
Interesting.
Yeah. I don't know. Without giving anything away, Mike, where do you think I'm going to stand on this whole thing?
I think you'll be disappointed.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. You're going to find out tomorrow. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. We'll talk to you then. Goodbye.